Welcome, everybody, to Frank's Paradox.
Okay. Big nerds. I guess this is my role here, huh?
Big?
Last session, I felt a little icky afterwards. I didn't know what to do. I thought for sure one of you was supposed to die in like 4 different instances. You don't get to spit in the face of basically a god and just run away.
Pretty sure I literally did.
You literally did that. And you were supposed to die, and I didn't compensate. I didn't predict.
I think you're pretty
dash disengage. But that's a thing. That's a real thing that exists, and it might be more broken than most of the spells in the game. So, well done.
Yeah,
you got away. And then you found a giant octopus in the woods. You didn't want to deal with it. One of your characters, he who shall not be named, no longer has a name anymore, which is great. Thumbs up. We're going to have to figure out how to deal with that. And then you all made your way back home to the grove, where you found Ida waiting for you. I will say, as we hop into the session here, so to wrap that up, Ida had a little conversation with you, told you about some guy that came back to replace Aleander, and it was a little bit brutal. And what you found, actually rewinding a little bit further, what you found as you entered was a large number of these birds flying around, these big boofy birds flying around Saltmarsh on the outskirts, as well as several King's guards that you saw patrolling with torches in hands as it was getting to the later hours of the evening. Then you found Ida. Then she had this conversation with you about this guy, and then some guards started entering the fray. I will say I have to retcon slightly about 30 seconds off the last session, where we're going to say that Peaches, whoosh, as she heard them coming, flies up into the tree line and tucks herself into some branches, as she is not going to be with us today. So up she goes into the trees. Whee! And to start the session, and actually, do we have music here? Oh my god.
Nope.
We don't even have music, dude. We've been waiting for like 40 minutes. We don't even know.
That's what, dude, I didn't want to say anything.
Oh man, it's unbelievable in here. It's absolutely unbelievable. But as the music gets started here...
to test something real quick. Make sure it works. Cool.
Nice roll.
Thank you.
Not sneaking their way in at all. These well-adorned King's Guards make their way out of the brush, and then to the west, with 2 King's Guards, you see the swaying of this tree. They push their way through the brambles, but then behind them, this tree almost tilts itself over, as pushing through and making its way to the forefront is this large metallic construct of some sort, with the markings of King Scotty on its chest, surrounded and flanked by the King's Guard. They step forward. They start making their way in. They climb down the rocks. And one of the guards steps up to the podium. Moves with a clear sign of a lot of training. A lot of taking orders. He just walks a perfect straight line, marching his way forward, and he has a large mace with him, also bearing the markings of the king. And he plants it on the stone floor and looks around to each and every one of you. We've been looking for you. Care to explain where you've been?
Dealing with some of my not so nice relatives.
Well, how did that go?
Pretty bad, if we're going to be honest. Pretty shitty.
Well, you'll have to get your story straight and get these details in order, because you've been summoned.
By who?
Your newest council member.
And who might that be?
The lieutenant.
Can you spell that?
You see him kind of like look. L. E? He'll spell it for you. You see a bit of a worried look on Ida's face as she's part of your crew here.
And what is it the lieutenant wants with us?
To meet you. He's heard a little bit about you.
I'm sure he's heard a lot. And I'll give him the unseen servant's salute. What time is it? It's late, right?
Yep. We're creeping around 9.
Yeah, we would absolutely be happy to speak with everybody in the council about our whereabouts for this last day. As my friend here said, we spent some time in the Dreadwood trying to take care of some of the tasks of the guard, or for the guard of Saltmarsh. We're awfully tired after a long day. If you've ever been to the Dreadwood, you know exactly what we were doing out there, essentially. Can this wait?
Did you happen to see the perimeter that was set up when you entered?
No. Can't say we did.
Do goblins have dark vision? They do, don't they?
Yes, we do.
Well, that's a surprise coming from you.
We were moving pretty fast, to be fair.
If you were able to spend the whole day in the Dreadwood, I'm sure you could have seen that there was an entire perimeter of well-lit, torch-holding guards.
Well, we were moving pretty fast, and we were pretty tired.
The point I'm making is that northern perimeter was there for you. We were waiting for you to come back.
Oh, great. So the lieutenant's here?
The lieutenant is in the barracks. He's investigating the crime scene.
What crime scene are you talking about?
Well, he's taking over a spot on the council that apparently is quite dangerous to hold. So he wants as much information as he can to ensure that the same doesn't happen to him.
So he's investigating the death of Eleander. Correct?
Yes, that's right.
Do you have any leads so far?
He kind of like looks around the grove. We have a few.
Care to elaborate?
Wouldn't be useful to share that information. What if you're a lead?
Am I?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. Hence why I'm asking.
You'll find out in due time. The entire town will find out in due time.
I mean, it feels strange to go to point fingers.
Is he pointing fingers though? It's more just he's saying I might be a lead. He says he has a few leads, and when I inquired further, he just said I might be one. I don't think he's really pointing fingers. I think he's just being very vague.
Right.
Well, you are quick to jump to defense. Why is
Forgive us after a long day at the Dreadwood to be ambushed by new faces and an even larger one at that, as you force your way into the humble abode of
Barry, I'm just like kind of like whisper under my breath and like, Barry.
Our druid friend here. I mean, he's not one to speak up, but I don't think anybody appreciates the stomping grounds that you've made the grove here. We've had a long day. We understand that the lieutenant wants to see us. It is our duty. Sorry, my freaking resub sound is going off of my ear. It is our duty to report back to the council. So thank you for joining us tonight. We understand that the lieutenant would like to meet us. And we will head back into town first thing in the morning.
I think we both know that would be a pretty bad idea. I'll let you make whatever choice you want. You're free to do as you please. I just think we're all well aware here. The king isn't going to send in one of his lieutenants to take over a measly position like a town council member in a small town like this if he's not serious about getting things done. So, you choose as you may, but you are being summoned.
Summon received.
I'll just, at that, I'll just kind of let out a yawn and just find like a cozy place on these like little steps here and just kind of lie down after what Cade has kind of like I just kind of want to amplify what he said with just lying down, arms up, lying down on the staircase.
Like, we got it, and we'll be there when we're there. We'll get there when we get there.
We're being requested at the barracks, correct?
That's correct.
Now, is...
Sorry. Long night.
Will there be any other council members present?
No. This isn't a council meeting. This is a you meeting.
Let's see. Well, like my compatriot said, summon received.
Very well. And he snaps his fingers towards the metal construct, who walks his way up the steps, plants himself, kind of bends his knees, almost like settles into almost like an air sit. We'll see you in the morning.
Oh.
And him and the rest of the guards start making their way out of the grove.
What's an air set?
Air sit.
Air sit. Yeah, me Googling shit and just makeup was popping up. Wait, so the sentinel thing is staying?
Yep.
Metal construct.
Can
you describe it again?
Yep. It stands about 10 feet tall.
Okay.
It's obviously got like a bit of a humanoid build. It's made from all kinds of iron and very heavy looking steel. The center of its face is totally black, and the chest bears the marking of the Kingdom of Keoland.
Okay. So I was more like, I guess the only reason I was asking is I just wanted to know if there was any like, if I saw any like, not light, but like if I saw anything within the mask, basically.
Not that you can see.
Cool. And it's the Kingdom of what again? Sorry.
Keoland. That's the kingdom that you currently reside in.
Can you spell that for me?
Like the coat of arms. Keo land.
Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't know if this thing's listening to us. Or not. I wouldn't know anything about constructs, would I?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay. I'll do that.
Can I join the Arcana check to know if this thing is listening to us?
You all can.
13.
Arcana, you said?
Arcana.
9.
9. Okay. I'll say on your 13, you know that this is like constructs are magically imbued, and they can certainly receive and store information.
Of course.
Now the range on this thing you don't know.
Yep. Gentlemen, could we maybe step inside Barry's hut? Maybe discuss what we should possibly do? Maybe a little bit away from whatever this thing is?
Yeah, before we do that, Ida, was there anything else that you needed from us?
And you see a little bead of sweat drip down her forehead, and she catches it, and she just... No. I can head off. It's great catching up with you.
Ida, before you go, I just have a quick question for you. How is Gellin?
He is he's just been keeping an eye on things. Though he is planning a trip, a little getaway, maybe a week and a half from now. And he kind of looks at you, God, Cade. She looks at you very intentionally in the eyes, and she says, "And so he won't be home for a while."
Well, I wish him well on his journeys.
I'll let him know. You all have a lovely evening. And again, what fortunate timing that I came here for prayers and you just happened to show up. Have an excellent night, everyone.
Safe travels.
She takes off.
Fucking Barry, you mind showing us where you'd like to bed down again? It's been a minute since we've had a sleepover.
You're calling me Fairy?
Barry.
Barry.
Yeah, you're apparently Barry now.
Okay. Yeah. We can go into my my little shack. Frank, don't do what you're doing.
He's not. That's Tanner.
That was me. Yes, your shack is fine.
And the construct just moves to the center of the little island there and just stares in the direction of the cabin.
Is there a door to this shack?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut the door.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, what are we doing? We gonna head to this? Are we gonna head to this summoning, or are we gonna sleep it off? But if I'm gonna be fully honest, I think we kind of should put on a good face, somewhat good face, to the new council member, considering the actual King's Guard is here.
Yeah, I think I don't
Or at least some of
want,
us do need to make face.
I don't want them. I'm tired of the council.
That makes
And-
two of us.
Now those beyond the council feeling like they have this overwhelming power over us. We come at their beckoning call and they give us a list and we do it. And so with this new group, I apologize if I seemed aggressive or dismissive, but if we're going to do whatever it is for this lieutenant or the king, whatever it may be, I would like it to be on our own timeline and less forced, as it has felt so far. But I think you're right, Grix. This is definitely powers beyond us that are starting to get involved. And we will definitely need to have... I don't even know what to say. Do we even call it have our story straight? We didn't do much other than go out and try to do things we did.
Yeah, I don't think we did anything wrong. I am fully in agreement with you. In terms of the council, we definitely shouldn't be answering to their beck and call. But given the circumstances, I think this is, an exception that we have to make. Just because, I've never seen a council bring in this heavy of, strength before for a summoning. And that, for me, I can only assume one thing. They're serious. There's, Eleander has been murdered. We don't know who, don't know how, and we've been summoned to, the crime scene. Now, this is just me speaking out of, my goblin ass here, but someone who was fairly close to a council member, mind you, that relationship has since been severed. It's not something like this for a council member to summon potential suspects to the crime scene. That doesn't make sense in my mind. So I don't think we are suspects, and if we were, I'm sure they would have taken us right then and there.
I agree.
Wyatt, how are you feeling about all this? I know you're tired.
I think we gotta tackle this situation similar to how we've always been tackling it. At the moment, I think we're on the back foot. We don't know this guy. We don't know what's going on.
When haven't we been on the back foot?
Well, with some of the sneaky stuff that the council has been cooking up left and right, with yelling and all that, we haven't really been on the offensive. We've been on the defensive. We've been trying to just wait and see. We haven't made any moves. And I think with this guy, whoever he is, probably don't make any moves yet either. We just have to see what he's got, what he's like, and then go from there. We got lots of ways to infiltrate and figure things out on our own and make moves later. But at the moment, there's nothing we can do. We show up tomorrow, our story's straight. We got nothing to hide. But it seems like to me this city is getting harder and harder to sneak around by, especially with our popularity.
Yeah. Far too right.
And I think without saying too much, because we're all due for a good night's rest, mighty convenient that I can't tell if it's good tidings or bad tidings, the timeline of this happening, and Sir Primewater taking his leave. Just something to think about.
Yeah, definitely not happy about that. And if I'm being honest, and I'm going to whisper at this point, I wouldn't mind potentially getting in the way of him potentially leaving. If you know what I mean.
I would like to see how that turns out. Him sticking around, the investigation with the lieutenant. Whatever you have planned, I'm on board with that.
Well, I had nothing planned, but I know he's bad news. He's bad news. He's doing something.
Yeah.
But are we all in agreement that we sleep through the night and show face tomorrow?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Barry, we haven't heard from you about all this.
Barry?
Yeah. Isn't that your name? Or, I mean, that's just seems appropriate considering the berries in your beard.
I guess, yeah.
Could be horny because of the horns on your head.
I
Could
mean,
be smelly.
we should probably rest. But I'm happy to hear him out. Maybe he'll bring good to this city or this town. Who knows?
Us. Emergency meeting. I vote green.
Wouldn't it be yellow?
Would it?
He's lemon.
Oh yeah, true. Fuck. Okay, we sleep. We cuddle.
Think we
Okay.
well, before we sleep, we definitely need to get our story straight here. Not that we did anything wrong, mind you, I don't think we did, at least. But we definitely need to get our story straight. So what are we telling them tomorrow?
I think we.
Tell them the truth.
Yeah, well, we did. We went to the Dreadwood. We were looking to collect bones and bodies. Actually, we were looking to collect bones and bodies for the guard, and we had gotten a little lost
And
along
that's
the
it.
way of our 1 kilometer journey. And
Well, they know I had some family issues, or we had ran into relatives of mine. So if they ask, I'll elaborate on that a little further, but we won't be going into too much details with that.
yeah. Yep, and then we hightail it out of there, a little bit lost. As one could imagine, we took our time getting out of the Dreadwood safely, and then we hopped on our mushroom cart and boogied back here. And we've got a handful of spider corpses to show for what we did out there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page with this, and we're gonna tell them the same thing, in case we get individually questioned. Because you never know what this lieutenant might have in store.
Yeah, I will very respectfully decline getting interrogated as individuals. We're heroes of this town. We brought safety to this town. We averted war on this town. So
Don't worry about
they can request individual audiences, but like I said, will respectfully decline should it come to that.
And if they ask about Peaches,
We had to kill her. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, or just ask, do we just tell her that she flew off somewhere? We don't. Yeah, I mean, because honestly, I have no idea where she went.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I think we can just be honest about that as well.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Somebody sent her a video and she just disappeared.
right. Well, that I think we got some shut eye. Some
Good night,
well-deserved
sleep tight,
shot.
don't let the bed bugs bite.
You don't have any bugs in here, right, Barry? You deal with them all?
I mean, if there are, I don't notice them.
Why does that not surprise me? All right. I'll roll up my bedroll and tuck in.
I'm gonna go sleep out here.
There's too many snoring. Now hold on. Before we all talk, go in for the night. Are we tip to tip, or tip the hole, or hole to hole? What are we doing?
I'm
Because
not.
I think appropriately, tip to tip is fine, hole to hole is fine, but tip to hole is not fine.
Somebody's gonna be. There's 3 of us, so
No, because
And
we can.
hole tip,
Or tip to tip, hole to hole.
Somebody's
Frank, I messaged you.
to tip,
Hole to hole.
hole to hole. Okay, I see that. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I went
That makes
outside.
sense now. Well, now it would be tip to tip, hole to tip if you were still in here. But instead it's tip tip hole hole. I'm actually laying on the edge of Feyorn's bed. Like spread eagle. shaking my shit. And it looks hefty at only 60%.
Bro, the callbacks
Like a
are too
rock
much.
drake, dude. Like a rock drake.
Spread
By the way,
in a
Grix,
bed
if you
for
try to
10
go-
people.
Grix, if you try to go tip to tip with Cade, I'll
Yeah.
say that like you kind of fish around for a bit, and you're like, dude, why can't I can't even feel it. And then after a while, you realize you've been inside of it the whole time.
You've
Okay,
been
when I
knocked.
say tip to tip, I'm not talking where tips are touching. I'm
Oh.
just saying, we're like, if
That's the direction we're laying.
yeah, that's the
And
direction we're
me
laying.
and, me and Grix are sitting there pillow
We're looking
talking.
into we're looking into each other's
we're
eyes,
talking.
and then Cade and Barry, there's basically a fart tunnel connecting. Like that's
Yeah.
basically what was space in between.
And
Word for God.
I'm trying to get him involved in the conversation, but he's falling asleep, so he's like kind of falling out of answering, and he's doing a whole lot of answering just like this. He's not saying words, so we know he's tired.
Okay, so you guys are long rest. This is the build up to the long rest then.
Yep,
This is the
yep,
long
yep.
rest? Okay.
Bro, we wasted 10 minutes talking about
Yeah.
tip, hole to hole, hole to tip,
Mhm.
pillow talk.
Okay, well, you guys can get your long rest in.
Let's go.
It'll go undisturbed throughout the night. And when you wake up, you kind of peek through one of the boards, and you can see that construct is just sitting there. It's been there the whole time.
I want to approach it.
Oh wait, Lemon, you wanted to do something.
It's
I gotta backtrack a little bit before you wake up.
Yep.
because it's nighttime right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. As everyone sleeps, are you sleeping right there, Wyatt?
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna come out to the middle of this stone thing. Trying not to wake you up, but whatever happens.
We'll have to make some rolls for that.
And
Stealth roll, Barry.
you want me to? I'm not actually trying to be sneaky.
Okay, he wakes up. You can wake up if you want to, Wyatt.
If I want to, of course. I don't want to, but I wake up. It's like
Okay.
your fucking
Are you
dad
just-
going to
are you
work at 5
spying
in the
on me,
morning.
you know?
You don't just get to
He's
sleep
not
through
trying to
it.
spy on you. You're just loud enough to wake him up. You're just making noise.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Bro, you're
Hey,
250 pounds. You fight in the heavyweight class. Like, of course you're gonna wake
Yeah.
up.
Dude, John Jones
You
is in your
got-
category, okay?
You got testosterone coursing through your quads, bro. Like, I can hear every step. I'm
Hey,
gonna wake up.
Big guy, can you maybe take a few steps to your right?
He doesn't even look at you. He's just staring at the shack.
He's just staring at the shack.
Yeah.
Great.
Can I like wave in his face? He doesn't do anything.
Nope.
Can I tap on him with a stick?
His head moves like a little bit.
All right, well, I guess I'll just do this right here. Thanks anyways. And I'll just kind of kneel down and pull out a journal that I have. And it's my star map, just for immersion purposes. And he's just going to flip to a blank page and start looking into the night sky. Can I see the constellations, Frank?
You can. It's a pretty clear night.
Okay. And he's just gonna start to draw whatever type of image comes to his mind. And yeah, he's just gonna draw an image on what he sees in the stars.
Okay. What is he thinking about while he does this?
Breaks meat.
I mean, it wasn't even all the way hard.
Is he a grower or a shower? You know?
He's definitely a shower.
You see Orion's belt. It's just one stiff line.
Is it the Little Dipper or is it the Big Dipper?
It's the Big Dipper, but it's only got enough stars to make the Little Dipper, so you know it could go bigger than
So there's some
Get
cloud
more,
coverage.
yeah.
Some cloud coverage. 60% of the Big Dipper is showing tonight.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
He's gonna think about his journey, like his compatriots thus far.
Yeah.
How everything is going, just think about the situation that he's in. And then also kind of just think about this new council member and what they might be looking into.
Okay. You map out a constellation. It kind of looks like a lion. And as you're thinking about, your companions, the lion kind of, stirs up thoughts of honor and the pride that they travel in. And as you shift your thoughts to this new lieutenant, you still think of the lion, but you think of the other aspects of it, like the brutality of it and its savage nature. And that's what you map out.
The scary parts. Okay. And I'll just close the book and just slowly get up and walk past Wyatt again. I don't know if you're talking to me or awake or...
I go back
You step on his head, he dies.
New character.
Critical hit. You're not saying anything?
No.
Okay. And he's just gonna trot back to the shack. Cuddle up with the Grix. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, cuddle up with Kate.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, so now you guys can get your long rest, and you wake up, and you see through the boards the shield-bearing construct is still there.
Bitch.
Have my eggs hatched, Frank?
No,
Okay.
you planted them for one
I
day.
know. I know.
But they look good.
That's good. Maybe I'll put some fresh mud on them in the morning. On the one. And then the other one was water, right? So I'll put some fresh water on that one.
Very good. They give you a thumbs up. Okay, you guys come to. Good morning. All of you wake up. Wyatt, you wake up and it's like you're looking underneath at the chin of this construct.
It's like looking down at me, or?
Yep.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes. Maybe give me a little bit of room. Damn robot.
You know what? Actually, I need to do this too. As you guys are waking up, can one of you please roll
Banner.
a d20?
Yeah, natural 20 minus 9. I rolled an 11.
I was like, wait, what the fuck? You just rolled that 20? Let's go, baby.
Okay.
And then he started minus, and I'm like, what the fuck? He didn't even ask for a check. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? What the hell?
Okay. And roll a d10 for me as well.
Ooh, let's go, big dog. Let's go, big T. Big T.
A 1.
A 1?
Let's go, baby.
Okay.
That's huge.
That means we're only going
Much-
to fight one bad guy.
Much like
Yeah.
throwback.
Okay. Then what I will say is, Wyatt, as you're coming to, you see that there are clouds that roll overhead, and there is a light, very light sprinkling of hail that comes down on you. It's not rain, it's not snow, it's like little pellets of hail just kind of sprinkling you, bouncing off your head.
Just my head.
And whatever else is exposed.
Both of your heads. Both of your heads.
You like move your head, dude. It's like it's only hitting you in the head.
Just hitting my head. What the fuck?
Can I,
man?
like-
And you hear the kind of tinging of it off of the construct as well.
Can I just try to like get it to cover? Get the cover, or?
Yeah, I mean it's everywhere. It's weather, so
What is this building? Can I get under this?
yeah, it's like a little cart, and it's got a tarp cover, so you can definitely get under there.
I'll make my way out.
Okay. And the construct seems to just be kind of slowly rotating, looking back and forth between you all. I will say as well that the sun isn't quite up yet. It's still fairly early in the morning.
I'm gonna approach the construct.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna look up at it. We're pretty close to eye to eye since I've grown, obviously. Can you speak or communicate or pass a message? What do you do?
And it just keeps rotating, looking back and forth to everyone.
I don't think he can understand us. I tried talking to him last night.
If we asked you to bring you to Lieutenant, would you guide us?
And it stands up, takes a few steps forward.
Now, before we go, we don't want to interrupt his sleep, you know. I'm sure he needs his beauty rest, but you wouldn't happen to know if he's awake yet, would you? And if he is, please feel free to lead the way. But if he's not, let's just hold off a little bit.
And he walks forward. Tink, 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 getting dinged by this hail the whole way.
Just let us wake up a little bit, have our morning coffee, whatnot. Well, gentlemen,
I guess we follow the machine.
Wyatt, you ready?
Did the hail stop? Can we go now?
What's still
No.
coming?
Damn it. Well, yeah, let's go, I guess.
Good, because you're going. Cade, ready to go?
Let's do it.
Good, because you're going. Barry, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Good, because you're going.
Okay. And he leads you on the way. Okay, so he's going to take you down into... Whoa, that could have been really bad. Woof.
Into where?
Yeah.
The fuck?
What was that?
Bro, someone
What was
let
that?
out a stinker, bro.
That was me. Sorry. It was me. Not a fart. It was my.
Bro.
I was on my pen.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. If it wasn't a fart, then recreate the noise.
I just did.
Okay. Yo, dude, we're live right now, dude. Chill.
Wait, hold on. I actually just remembered that I could do this today.
I
yeah.
remembered I could do this today.
All right. So he.
Can you
One hand
change-
snap.
Can you change my token, please, Frank?
To the Lego one.
The Lego one.
Sure. At this point, fucking, I don't care. Thanks, sir.
So he leads you down across the town to the barracks. Now, you try.
The
On
barrier.
our way, it's obviously hailing.
Yes.
That's just weather. Is there any like milling about from villagers and whatnot?
I was just about to mention. So,
not
given
bad.
that it
Sorry.
is so early, the docks are. I mean, at this time of day, you would expect the docks to still be kind of thriving, like getting to it. Boats should be coming in and out. Despite the weather, that really doesn't slow them down. As you look over, you actually see that there are a pair of King's Guards at the end of each dock, and things are moving, but they're moving a little bit slower.
Sure as fuck glad I'm not working now. Okay, yeah, that's it. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay. So you guys make your way down into the barracks. We'll jump you into there.
I do not own a token with vision in this scene.
Yeah, this is so fucked.
That's right.
Okay,
I've been
okay.
here. I've done that. I
I've
have a
never been here
token, I
before
can
in my
see.
life.
Feel so oppressed.
I can see. I'm token friendly.
Do the observer token, Frank.
What?
Remember?
Wait,
The
what?
observer token,
Way
where
up
it's
there.
just one token that everybody can see through.
Get back here.
Who?
Okay, fuck's sakes.
What's behind
What?
door number
What's happening?
one?
Let's move your token up a couple squares.
I can't see anything.
It's a whole new world.
Oh no, he got he shut that shit down.
Run! There's an opening over here.
Okay, so you guys play.
Oh no! We are fucking on
What?
I don't know what's happening. I'm the only one in the right place.
I have no idea what's going on.
Fuck,
I think
I'm
they're
lost.
moving around so Frank
Wait,
can't grab them. Frank, just
Oh,
scroll.
oh, he's
Just-
trying to get me.
Just
Fuck.
like select all. Like just do the side drag.
Hold
You
on.
got them.
Listen, I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything if you think that I can see things.
the inmates are running the asylum. Asylum is what's happening.
Hey, stop
Yeah.
moving your token. I'm trying to give you vision, but every time you move it, it deletes what I'm typing.
Oh, now I see everything.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh. I was like, I'm not going to see anything you don't want us to see, Frank. I can't even see anything.
Well, we saw behind the curtain.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, and it's all gray back there. Had to wall it off. Oh my god. Okay, alright, let's fucking get back here. Alright, so the construct leads you to the front door here. And you can see two of the town's guard who, despite their position, Saltmarsh is a relatively laid-back town. They obviously do their jobs, but they're usually not, stiffened and, standing up straight with their chins up or whatever. However, these two guards, which are Saltmarsh guards, they're positioned, standing stiff. They've got a spear in their hand, seemingly just pointed at the exact same direction. Like they're very, very in uniform. One of them reaches over, doesn't even ask any questions, opens the door, and the construct just stands outside and waits for you to enter.
I cast Disintegrate on the construct.
Okay. What do I got to roll? Dex save?
No.
Okay.
Do you actually have Disintegrate as a spell?
I'm not answering that question at this time.
Man.
I plead the fifth.
I was trying so hard to figure out how I could work it into my kit.
I used to have it on my wizard. It's awesome.
Actually, I have wish already, so we're good.
Okay. So
As the guy who opens the door and lets us in, I'll just nod to him and say, Boris, and then walk in.
And he just gives you a look and nods. And in here, you can see the guards are actually Also in formation, they seem to be practicing drill. Getting them on.
Bro, it's
That shit looked like the top of the Varric's castle where I used to train my range in RuneScape.
Are they
Is
any
this door open or?
Yeah, the door does open.
Are
You
they
can
any
open
good
it.
at drill? Like it's a really tough
They're a
rap
little bit
style,
sloppy,
too.
but it's clear that they're a little bit tired right now. They've been clearly going at it for a
Actually,
while.
I'm not just gonna walk in.
Wait, and they're drilling, like marching, like weapon movements, or they're doing like fighting,
No, they're like marching. Like they're
like
just
marching drill. Okay,
turns, marching forward.
okay.
I thought it
About
was,
face, all that shit.
I thought it was
I
drill
will
rap.
knock on this door.
And the guard that's leading the drill just turns to you and just says, "Just open it." He's waiting.
The guard would actually be saying like, "Low right," and then these guys would be marching in, low right.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yep,
Cool.
exactly.
That one like like way over my head. I got whiplash
Lemon,
from
can
that
you
one.
not see your token?
I can. Sorry, I was talking.
Lemon's
to my
just
wife.
blacked.
My wife.
Oh, wife aggro. Oh, he's
These
got it right now.
Okay.
Damn, he looks fucking cool. Maybe we
So-
should show him some respect.
Dude, daddy vibes. Daddy vibes.
As you enter
It's a
here,
Genshin impact here.
as you enter here, you see probably the most impressively armored person you've ever seen. As you get a close look at him, he seems fairly young, though obviously has a position that deceives his age, as he has the markings of the lieutenant and a very large emblazoned crest of the kingdom, also on his chest, on his shoulder pads, and on his shield that he bears strapped to his left forearm. Black, kind of medium length hair that curls back behind his ears, which you can see are slightly pointed, as he is clearly a half elf.
Can I see any like? I mean, I don't. Maybe you can elaborate on this, but I know in like actual like IRL military they have medals and stuff on their chest. Is that a thing with this with Royal Guard or no?
It seems at least. Well, you know what? How's about this? Give me a history check. Give me a history. check.
I love that. Thank you, Frank. I love that.
You just
I was reaching for it,
combine.
but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You know what? I don't need to know. It's a 2.
It's a 2? Okay. So, I mean, it seems as though that's not the case here. You're sure you've seen one somewhere, but this lieutenant in particular is not wearing one.
Okay. Cool.
Is the marking of the kingdom of Keoland, is that the same marking and same style gear that the armor that Wyatt found is?
In the Dreadwood?
In the Dreadwood? In the goblins' tents?
Yes.
It is the same stuff, okay.
Are you wearing that?
I have it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Nice try. You ain't gonna get me like that, Frank.
Get fucked.
Nice try. You can try and catch me on a motherfucking, what is it called? On a motherfucking technicality?
No, I'm just saying.
He's like, oh, you're wearing one of my soldiers' armors.
You want to be
Get him.
meeting an officer, you know what I mean? Hate for that to happen.
Fucking Dwight Howard right now. Keep dunking. You go off, kid.
I am wearing it now, and I am stolen valor. I've been telling everybody in Saltmarsh that I'm part of the King's Guard.
Are they like when we walk in? Are they talking, or were they just like waiting, basically waiting for us to show up?
It's when you enter, it's like the sound has been pulled out of the room. It is
Nice.
quiet as death in here.
Am I supposed to salute you? I don't know what the proceedings are. Talking
Where's
to
your
the
fifth?
rook.
He just disregards what you're saying. Blatantly.
No idea.
She's a
And
bird. She likes to fly.
One of the guards sitting beside him whispers into his ear. Flew the coop, it seems.
Ah, sense of humor as well.
Yes, we could all use a little bit of brevity during these times. Why don't you all join me? Have a seat.
I'm waiting for Wyatt to kick his feet up.
He reaches over, grabs one of those bananas.
Why, you sit at the head of the table?
Yeah, and
Okay. He just looks at you for an extended couple of seconds, nods, and carries on. I would like to know all of your opinions on Eleander. Who was he to you, and what did you feel about him?
He was a council member, and he led the guard. Also, I'm pretty sure he ordered killing, or multiple killings.
Did he? Of whom?
Well, you know that boat that's docked on the other side of town?
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, that's your boat.
Of course, yes. Thank you for acknowledging that. And I tip my hat to him. Yeah, the pirates that we brought to the dock that were aboard that ship. Yeah, he ordered them all dead.
The ship wasn't ours at the time.
This is correct. And yeah, he ordered his guards to go in and, well, slaughter the pirates that were there. And then he took the captain. Yeah.
You saw it happen?
Yeah, we all did.
These pirates, did they bear any markings? Any distinct features, clothing?
Going back, hold on. I'm looking at my notes.
They wore a uniform, red bandana, and some other garb.
Yeah.
Could be scarlets. Interesting. So, did anyone have any gripes with Eleander? Or any strong feelings of respect? Admiration? Disdain?
I don't fault him for what he did, for killing everybody. I mean, they were traffickers. They were some of the most vile people. So I held no ill intentions or disdain towards him personally.
Yeah, we didn't. We weren't fortunate enough to really get to know Eleander outside of just who he was, the captain of the guard. We've had only been close, I guess you can say, to the council for the last couple of weeks or so. So our relations with Eleander specifically was essentially all that we saw in the story that Grix just told you.
Well, some of you, as far as our records show, have been here for a while.
Yeah.
There's no way that you haven't had more than a few interactions, or at least have developed some sort of conception of who he is. We all make judgments, so make a judgment. What's your judgment call? Was he a good man? Did he deserve what he got?
Well, all I know at least is that he was murdered. I don't think anyone deserves to be murdered unless they, well, deserve it. Those pirates, in my mind, they deserved it. I haven't heard anything about Eleander doing any wrongdoings. I know some people felt that what he did on that ship might have been a bit too far. But that was it.
He looks down at you, Wyatt. Okay. Mr. takes the head of the table and lets others speak for him. And you see his eyes kind of glance behind you, just for a split second, and the door slams shut behind you. So what do you think?
1 second.
I think this is a damn good banana.
Just squeezes it and flies. Roll for choking.
Well, not letting anybody speak for me. Grix is just eager is all. And
I
like
have
I
a history
said,
of that.
I haven't been here long enough to really form my judgment of Eleander. So I have nothing to add.
No, you're right. You seem to not have been here for very long. Which is odd, because it seems as though a lot of people know you. But according to our records, you're not from here. You don't live here. You've never been here. And yet here you are.
What's happening?
Is that in character?
Me?
That you're looking over your shoulder?
No, there's... Like, I think there's a mouse in my room.
There's a rat in here, damn it!
You cleaned it up too good, Phrank. You cleaned up your office too well. Now there's like...
No, I messed it right back up. So, I think I'm going to have to ask you, where are you from? And, well, when are you going to fill out your paperwork?
First of all, where I'm from is none of your business. Second of all, I think I already did fill out my paperwork. It's in the news. I think that's in paperwork plenty.
He looks to his two guards, looks at everybody sitting at the table. I'm starting to get the sense that Eleander got a little bit soft. And as he says the word soft, his voice kind of echoes on the walls. And each one of you feels a hand grip your shoulder.
Like a physical hand does it?
Yep. And you, as you look across at each other, you can see that the clothes on their shoulder is clearly being gripped as well. And you can see the faint outline of an ethereal hand gripping. Yes, I'm getting that sense loud and clear. Well, you're going to have a choice. You're going to fill out your paperwork, which will include everything from your date of birth, your place of birth, when you came here, what your occupation is, because I am sure that there are taxes that need to be collected from you. And if you don't, well, we can't exactly have you staying here.
Well, that's fine. I'll just leave then.
Oh, we know. and we'll see to that. You will have no home in the kingdom of Keoland. You'll be exiled. And we will be the ones to walk you to the border.
I just want to look across the table at Cade and just like give him an exasperated like look. Just
What are you in, Lieutenant? What was your name?
Nightfallen.
Nightfallen.
Makes sense.
Sounds made up.
capital N, capital F, hyphenated.
It's not like Mick Fallen, it's Nightfallen, one word.
A night or night, like night.
K-N-I...
N.
N-I-G-H-T, okay.
Oh, I put N-I-T-E.
Okay. That's fine.
Hey, however you get there, man. However you get there. Lieutenant Nightfallen, what good would it do for you to know where Wyatt is from and his date of birth?
The kingdom demands it. He's clearly evading taxes, probably evading the law, and evading some parts of his history that, well, they're going to catch up to him eventually, and if they don't catch up to him while in the kingdom, then we'll see to it that he gets caught up with outside of the kingdom. I'm thinking north, maybe the Spine, somewhere in the mountains with the Goliaths.
And that sounds incredible, and you're right. If there are taxes to be paid, well, god damn it, Wyatt, you should pay your taxes. But it seems a bit juvenile in the middle of this investigation that you're worried about my friend's taxes here. Mind you, after we've saved this town, Wyatt at the helm of that. Wyatt, the captain, in taking over the ship and seeing that the sea ghost would no longer traffic humans. The same Wyatt who championed for us in the lair of the lizard folk to stop war on Saltmarsh. So whatever information you think it is that you need from Wyatt, should it be for your investigation, which it seems a little off course, you should know that he's a hero of this town.
Aid, as you're saying that, you can see him slowly starting to cast a spell. And he's actually casting it using his entire set of armor as his arcane focus. And you can tell that he is actually casting it as a paladin spell. Roll a persuasion check. As
Can I counterspell that? Okay, I've got enough counterspell. I don't have counterspell. I wish. Imagine, dude. That'd be. Oh yeah, that'd be a quick fucking trip to the fucking brig real fast.
You said roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
Would that be considered a charisma check?
Yep.
It's a charisma stat, but you're not asking for a strict charisma check.
No, it's a persuasion check.
Okay. Hold on, I do want to
Why, you have feet or something?
He has 2.
I do have 2. I just don't know how this works. Okay, so I can do. Okay, so at this, I will stare passionately into his eyes, and I will activate my channel divinity, the Emissary of Peace, if you'll allow it.
What is that?
So with Oath of Redemption, my channel divinity, I have Emissary of Peace or Rebuke the Violent. In this case, I'm choosing Emissary of Peace. You can use your channel divinity to augment your presence with divine power. It says as a bonus action, so if I don't have enough time to do it, you can say no. You grant yourself a +5 bonus to charisma, in parentheses, persuasion checks for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. So now I don't know what the DC is on this, but I have a pretty fucking good modifier. Unfortunately, I didn't roll great. But it is a 19 total.
19.
Yeah.
I didn't
so
roll
it's
great. I got 19 total.
well, I rolled an 8, and my persuasion is +6, and then +5 is.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I do a lot of talking. I don't ask for like a lot of persuading. I should ask to persuade people more.
Okay.
I basically have a +11 with my emissary of peace.
Go ahead and give me a religion check as well while you're doing this. So after your persuasion check, I'll let you kind of dig in a little bit as to what you're looking at here.
Okay, I need a much better roll here.
I believe.
5.
A 5, okay. So you just gather that he is some sort of paladin, and as he's casting this spell, he's the verbal component of it. He says in this kind of magical language that only you can understand as a paladin. He says, "Speak the truth," as he's about to cast Zone of Truth, but you kind of persuade him out of it. So he lets the spell kind of fade off. I suppose his merits and his recent actions do earn him a little bit of sovereignty. So be it. However, that's not going to last forever. And I do suggest that you show a little bit more respect for me and yourself and your seen, unseen, whatever you call yourselves, group. You're going to get them in trouble.
Who, me?
Very cocky.
You
That
know,
won't
it's
last long.
it's almost as if respect should be earned. I gotta earn yours, and you gotta earn mine. That seems fair, doesn't it?
I think my position shows that I've earned it.
I'm gonna like just slightly nod my head.
Well, let me at least ask you anyways. Are you breaking the law? Are you a lawbreaker, Wyatt?
Like Kate said, I'm saving the town.
Nah, but I am a jawbreaker. What's good? Not falling? What's good?
Bro, I can't even RP. Everyone just keeps RPing for me.
Spoken like a politician. I don't have time to dig into you much further. I wanted to hear from all of you, and this one hasn't spoken a word. What about you? And he just like he's like looking at you. And he pulls up this paper. Cade, you can see it's got your names on it, and then there's just a description of the guy sitting next to you with the beard.
Where is Feyorn right now, by the way?
With
I'm here.
peaches.
No,
No,
the
no.
get-go.
Oh, the other. Yeah.
I mean,
never
you
mind.
gotta learn. You're not there.
The real Feyorn.
Yeah, and he goes, you. And he looks to you, Lemon's character.
Yeah.
What did you think of Eleander?
He's good. Up until the boat thing.
Oh, and then you changed your opinion of him.
Well, he killed a lot of people.
And so he
It was just no. It was just unlike him. No, he let me use his library from time to time.
So you knew him.
I mean, it's a small town.
I read something, a report that said that you had been, you had agreed to join the guard in a hand for hire kind of way.
Yeah.
Was that to get closer to Eleander so that you could kill him?
No, I mean, I don't even have the pin anymore. I didn't report to the guard.
Be a sick dude. Oh my god.
Well,
And what? And why would I, why would you think that, you know, any one of us had something to do with it? We saved him.
well, I'm not particularly interested in all of you as a group, though there will be changes for you soon. However, there is one place in all of Saltmarsh that seems to have the most interesting fauna. Do you know where that is? I mean, you live there.
Well, I mean, it is a grove.
It is a grove. Overseen by a very interesting druid.
You could call him that.
I could, if we could find him. And boy, have we been looking.
Why are you looking for Feyorn?
Just sniffing around the area is all.
You think he had something to do with it?
Well, you see, I don't know if you knew this, but there was a particular type of flower, I believe it was an orchid of some kind, that grew out of the corpse miraculously within an hour. At least, that's what the report says. Could have been minutes, seconds even, of his life being extinguished. There's not many people around here that are capable of producing such an interesting feat. And we found roots tangled up in his organs. So it wasn't just placed there, it grew there. So, there is, of course, a chance. Lots of people come and go from this place. It's an open port, after all. It could very well be some druid wandered in, or a boat full of them, and casted some plant magic as a calling card. Or it could be the most prominent local druid that oversees the shrine. So, in the meantime, as we look into things, you will not be going back to the grove. Not for a little while.
Well, I mean, I know Feyorn, and he wouldn't harm a fly.
Sure.
Sure, all the townsfolk would say the same. He might be a little weird. But he's not a murderer.
You might just be right. He might not be. He might not have anything to do with it. Just a hunch. We have some other names on the list as well, but I appreciate you reacting. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What a great choice of words. My God. Mr. Fallen. Is my name on that list by any chance?
There's a lot of names on the list. It's our goal to shrink down the size of that list. I've been here for merely a night. We have lots of time to figure this out. Maybe months, maybe a decade. But I will find it out. I'll find it exactly.
Can I can I ask, why is this so important to the king? Your men weren't here investigating the murders that happened on this ship, but now you're here investigating another murder. Do you believe this to be something of a larger power?
Very much so. A conspiracy plot. It could be smugglers, the Sea Princes, the Scarlet Brotherhood. Could be a lunatic on the loose. Either way, it is clearly a threat. And not to mention, Eleander was sent here by the king himself. The first unelected position on your council.
Oh.
Now I have to take up that mantle, and, well, I like me. I would rather not succumb to this same lunatic. Or conspiracy plot to overthrow the government one member at a time. So, things are going to change. There will be new rules, which you will all be privy to, well, later today. Gellin has been so generous to offer to throw a sort of welcoming party where everyone is invited. It'll be on the streets in the center of town. I suggest you show up. You wouldn't want to miss what your new guidelines are.
And I'm just gonna nudge Milo or Cade on the shoulder and be like, some detective.
Actually, I did. And what makes you so sure that Galen is scotch-free?
Oh, from this murder case?
From any of your deepening suspicions.
You could very well be right. But who am I to say no to a free party in my honor? Like I said, I've been here one day. If there's something else afoot, we'll figure that out as well. Time will tell. In the meantime, I would really appreciate if you would stop mucking around for a bit. In fact, you won't have to worry about any of that for much longer. See, we're putting a sort of ban on adventuring. Anything that needs to get done, whether it's a patrol of our borders, sending a ship out to deal with some sort of creeping entity in the waters, or even the Dreadwood. We'll take care of that ourselves.
Can't just ban adventuring.
Oh, why not? I have direct orders from the king. I speak on his behalf as far as this town is concerned, and what I deem best is we keep things under control. We stop letting things get out of hand, which you all clearly have been, though to great effect, and we do appreciate that. We'll have metal cooked up in all of your honor.
So,
but we'll take it from here.
So I'm not allowed to go back home? Where am I going to stay?
I'm sure you could go grow a bush somewhere that you could lay down in. couldn't you?
Holy, I fucking love this guy so far. Holy shit, this guy's fucking hard as hell. God damn. But 60% hard, you know what I mean?
He's not like doing drill, like standing up stiff, but he's like, he could get a good salute in. It's just a little bit like leaned over. Yeah.
A little loose. A little floppy.
Well, Lieutenant Nightfallen, I understand that you are, again, currently undergoing an investigation. And as you know, I would imagine we have been close with the council as of recent. Eleander being murdered was a shock to all of us and a very heavy blow to this town. Whether it be from the inside or the outside, the guard was weakened and the proverbial guard of Saltmarsh was down. So we're happy to have you and your men here if it means keeping this city safe. And we've already boasted of our accolades in this conversation. But as close as we are to the council and individual members on it, we here would also like to see the people and the leaders of this town survive whatever this is. So if it's not adventuring, please let us know what the unseen servants can do for you to help aid in your investigation.
I'm sure if something comes to me, we will be in touch. I don't foresee that. If we can't accomplish something, then we may as well burn Saltmarsh to the ground because it is out of the kingdom's control and does not belong. What you can do that would suffice and would please the king himself most of all is to go back to whatever jobs you were doing. What was it? Maybe a few weeks ago now? Go back to doing that. And he looks to you, Wyatt. Whatever it is that you do. And I will see you. You have 2 weeks to supply me with your paperwork. Carry on then. I'll see you this evening.
Sure.
There's a bit of an issue with me going back to my job. I've already been replaced. I don't really foresee myself getting that job back. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that. Because unless you, will I be allowed on our new ship, or is that off limits still?
You can sleep in the ship. In fact, it's a great idea. That can be your home for now, and as for your job, I'm sure we can find a way to get that back to you. It's not like you've displeased your former employer, at least not as far as I can tell. So, ask.
No. I won't be asking my former employer. Do you know my former employer, I assume?
Very well.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable working for that man anymore.
You had an impeccable worksheet. No I don't even think you missed a day.
No.
What could possibly be the problem?
It's all a bit fuzzy, but the last interaction I had with him, I felt extremely threatened by him. Threatened for my life.
Well, what happened?
I don't remember. It's all very fuzzy in my head. 1 minute I'm at his door. Next minute I'm all feeling threatened for my life from him.
Sounds
Yeah.
like you have a drinking problem.
You can ask any one of these three of my compatriots. It's definitely not something I partake in on the daily. I don't even think they've ever seen me really that drunk. I think they've only ever seen me drink on one occasion.
Oh, so you do it in the shadows. That's even worse. Well, I'm sorry that you feel threatened. Perhaps if you weren't in some sort of stupor the last time you saw him, he wouldn't be so angry with you. I'm not going to involve myself in these quarrels. I have much, much bigger tasks at hand. So if anybody else has any stories that they'd like to tell of how they don't remember, but they were scared, having conversations about their jobs, then you can go ahead and step outside. I'm sure some guard or civilian will entertain you.
Do you know anything about the Blackwater?
I live on land. So no.
I see.
We done here, Lieutenant?
You've been done for 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get up and leave.
I will follow. Feyorn kills him and plants that flower.
I will be slow to get up, and at the door
Opportunity
frame,
attack. Just kidding.
at the door frame, I'm just gonna turn around and look at Nightfallen. Don't trust Gellin.
Give me a persuasion check.
Plus 32 charisma. Here we go. Big drop.
Yep. Emissary of Peace.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Tides of Chaos.
Tides of chaos.
I'm using Tides of Chaos, baby.
Tides of
That's a good
chaos.
persuasion, too.
Frank, get that mouse.
Yeah, it's tripping me out.
There we go. 14.
A little,
It's
it's a little
14.
better.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Okay.
You want this door closed or leave it open?
And he just like stands up and the door just slams in your face.
Nice. Okay. Well, I will hurry out. Catch up with the rest of the gang.
As you make your way out, however far you go, the construct actually stays behind. It does not continue to follow you.
I have a question about
Mhm.
the hand that touched us, like that touched all of us.
Yeah.
We could see it on one another, correct?
Yes, barely. It's kind of like a glimmering
Ethereal hand.
ethereal.
Are you being intentionally quiet, Simo?
No. I'm just asking.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were. Okay. Sorry
No,
about
no.
that.
Is that obvious to Wyatt that that's magical? Like what happened to us was magical in nature?
Yes. It seemed like it. I mean, the closest thing you can relate it to is like a mage hand, but it was a little bit different and a little bit stronger.
I see. Can I tell if the hand's intentions, like, can I tell if the magic was like lawful good or chaos? Like, I want to know, like, is it aligned to a certain evilness or to a certain goodness? Like, can I tell about the hand?
How's about this? Why don't you we'll kind of retcon a little bit. Just give me an insight check, and we'll insight as that was happening.
Okay.
But
Right
you gotta
on the
ask me these
dot.
things in the moment.
15, right on that, like,
Yeah.
right on that,
It's like I probably did it, but
So I'll say that your insight was actually on the lieutenant, as he was the one who clearly seemed in control of them. It seemed like, I mean, he is a super lawful guy, but his intention was obviously to keep you there. So you can deem that whether that's in his eyes good or evil.
I see, but I can't tell the nature of the magic.
Like the school of the magic?
No, not the school of the magic, like the sorry?
Intent?
No, I mean, I kind of ask that. I'm just trying to gauge if the magic
what spell was it?
No. I'm trying to gauge if the
Yeah,
magic
what level did he cast it at?
if the magic was evil or not. But I think
If the
your
magic
answer
was evil?
I didn't get the answer to that. You gave me the answer of him as a lawful.
Yeah, that's a little bit hard to get the exact answer, but I would say your insight with him is he's obviously a lawful person. You can't tell whether or not he's like an evil or a good-natured person. You just know he works for the king. He's a bit of a hard ass, obviously. Whether or not that's good or bad, you would have to determine that through either further interactions or just your own gut.
Last question, I promise. And this, have I ever seen this type of magic before? I definitely haven't seen Cade do anything like that before.
No, I would
Not
say
that I would connect that he's a paladin. Only Cade would make that connection, but I obviously haven't seen Cade do something like that. I haven't seen anybody in our group do something like that.
Yeah, I'll say you definitely haven't seen that exact thing happen before.
Yeah.
But you've been around some pretty magically powerful entities that would probably match that level. It's just, it's hard. It's like a different school, right?
Fair enough.
Feyorn. Just kidding.
What the?
Where?
He said fair.
Well,
I know.
gentlemen, shall we head to our ship?
I guess we have no choice. No choice. We gotta go to our ship. Walk into our ship now. Let's go, folks.
I'm just gonna like slightly smack Wyatt. Come on.
And I'm just gonna start walking in like a drill, like a.
March.
Are we going to this party?
Well, I
Yes.
mean, it's right outside our house, our new house.
At least,
Alright.
at least we'll have an actual roof over our head.
Yeah,
instead
we
of
don't
this
need a
giant fucking skylight.
We don't
getting
need a-
hailed on us.
we don't need a DM to drive us home. Designated mushroom.
That was good. That was good. I like that one.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are just heading over to your ship?
Yeah.
All right.
On the walk there, I'm gonna ask to just have some chat with some of these guys.
Sure.
Cade, do you plan on following what his orders were? You guys gonna be heading back to work? Feyorn, Wyatt?
I mean, yeah, I'm not hurting on coin, so I'm not going to be quick to getting back to work.
Well, I wasn't really asking about in terms of the coins getting paid. It was more just or are we gonna follow his orders? Is what I was more asking. Seems like we gotta, the time being at least, we're restricted within Saltmarsh. We've been ordered back to work.
Unless
What?
unless
We flew the
our
coop like Peaches and sail the ship out of here? Come on.
only if it yields some sort of result into what's going on and what happened with Eleander, but I think more importantly what is happening with the Blackwater as we're just walking through town trying to keep it down. I would absolutely like to discuss this more. Not to say paladins can't break their oaths, but if he's a paladin to the kingdom, he wants what's best, and he's on the side of good. So I think if he knew them, he would share our same trepidation about some of the people in this town. But once we get to the ship, we can talk more about that. As far as work goes, I think we just keep our heads down unless we can dig up a lead here and, like I said, yield some sort of result.
Yeah, I truly, honestly do not want to go back to working for that man. I don't trust him at all. And if and when we go to this party, none of you, under any circumstances, are to drink anything that is served, eat anything that is served at this party.
That's
I
fine.
think that's good caution, yeah.
I think that's where I honestly think Gellin was the one that put that black water in me.
You think he's planning on poisoning the whole town?
And our new paladin friend.
Yeah, can you imagine he gets his hands on this Nightfallen, then he really will have the Nightfallen inside him.
I wish I had the Nightfallen inside me.
Man. Hey, Cade, you and me both, brother. Am I right? Am I right, brother? Hey, yes. Even if it is 60%.
I can only take it if it's 60%. I don't want to see it at 100.
Pitching the tent through his armor.
Hold
you
the
know?
whole tip to tip.
That's some thick steel and some thick steel. You know what I mean?
I don't know if he plans on poisoning the entire town or infesting. I think it was the better term for this, for the entire town of Blackwater. But whenever I mention Blackwater or say like Gellin's name, I do want to say it like under my breath because as we are walking through the town.
Yeah.
But I for sure think he wants to get Nightfall. If there's going to be any chance, this is the chance he'll have to infest him.
Let's be honest, he doesn't need to work really hard. I think everything this guy's doing is in his favor, so I don't even think he needs to do much. If he veers the course, he can cook up something special, but he can take his sweet time to do it, I think.
Do you think we should intervene at all? Or should we just let it play out? I really don't like the idea of letting it play out, but same breath, if we intervene and if we get caught, well,
We should just keep our eyes open. Huh? Keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah,
Any suspicious things?
like the fear and the voice of our fellow colleagues is it's a pretty big testament, especially now meeting this guy. Yeah. To be honest, I'm out of ideas. Kind of want to see what Anders thinks. Might pop by, see him today. I don't think that's out of my allowance. do so.
Well, if we were to intervene, could always go kiss the ring of Gellin. See if he'll, put me on staff for the party.
Are there
At least then
any,
I could get close.
are there any pigeons around, boss man?
Yeah, and say, can we just get to the ship?
Can you give me a
Yeah.
perception check?
14.
14. There's a few pigeons, but they are pretty far off. Those big fat birds you saw, you recall coming in, those were also pigeons. But you can tell that there's nothing around you as far as you can see. But yeah, you guys can, I'll say you get to the ship. The only thing I'll mention as you kind of walk past the docks again, and as you walk up a dock, of course, to get to your own boat, you can see that Grix and Wyatt, some of the dock workers that you would recognize, you can see they're kind of putting up a bit of a fuss as there's lineups of these dock workers trying to ship goods, and there are guards that are just prying open boxes with crowbars, sifting through everything, and then just handing them the crates back with the lids off and everything. And they're all putting up a fuss. You can see they're kind of talking back a little bit, getting a little bit rowdy, and a little bit of a scuffle breaks out, and one of the guards just grabs this gnome dock worker by the back of the neck and just pins him to the ground. And you see him kind of lean in to say something to him, and then lifts him up back to his feet. So a bunch of these little interactions happen as you're walking down there. The boisterousness of the docks has turned into scuffling and arguing, but you do make it to your ship.
Oh, okay.
You can do whatever you want.
I was just gonna say I wanted to stop us for a moment. Like, upon seeing that, I would like to just stop the party real quick.
Sure.
And hold on, I have the name here. Give me a moment. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Glebe Glarb.
It's not Glebe Glarb. I'm looking for it right now. Oh man, where the fuck is it? Auroran. Yeah. Is he working the station at the moment?
Yes, and in fact, he has actually a bit of a smirk on his face watching all of this play out.
Oh shit!
What a little bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, just hang back for a moment. I'm just gonna check in with my good friend Auroran, and I will approach his desk.
Okay.
Auroran.
Grix.
What the fuck is going on?
A little bit of a crackdown. You see, the sea princes are getting out of hand. A little bit too much smuggling going on. That, the Brotherhood, whoever, I'm sure there's a few of them kicking about. And it's about due time that they get caught, arrested, and maybe even hung.
You've worked these docks just about as long as I have, and you seem to be almost enjoying the treatment that that the new King's Guard is putting on them.
It's about time, as far as I can tell. This has been going on for too long. I mean, the coin was good, but the show is so much better. Plus, we'll be much safer. I'm sick of being bullied by these tyrants, smugglers, lowlifes, the underbelly of our rich lands.
Why the sudden change?
Change? This change is due. You know, these are some suspicious questions, Grix. You wouldn't have to be involved. No, you must be. Yes, you must be. In fact, and he starts looking down the dock at some of the guards that are in a scuffle. I'll be right back, Grix. Why don't you just wait here? You can man the podium once more.
I'm gonna put my hand on his chest. If he goes to walk by me, I'm gonna put my hand on his chest to stop him.
He does.
When I was in your place, Mr. Primewater had 0 issues with how I ran things. That's changed all of a sudden? Or is this all from you? Is this just your change of heart? If you even have one.
Look around, Grix. It's not just this dock. It's all of them. And you can see that there are guards, in fact, posted at the end of each dock. And Mr. Primewater signs my checks. But he doesn't keep my morality in check. No, I leave that to my gods and my king. And my king is telling me that this is what is best. Who am I to argue? But like I said, this is all very suspicious.
I've committed no crime.
We'll see about that.
Fine, bring him over. I got nothing to hide. But
You know, I've had a second thought.
oh,
They know where you live. Just when the door knocks, answer it quickly.
and if I tell them that if to check that certain hidden compartment in that third drawer on the right side of your desk, I'm sure there wouldn't be any, pouch full of coins, would there?
Not anymore, Grix. That drawer's for receipts now.
Really? Fine. Well, like you said, you know where I live, and that's where I'll be.
Toodaloo.
And as I go to walk away, I'll just lightly push my hand off of his chest and turn around and walk away.
And he just goes.
Can you remind me? I didn't write this down, and that's on me. I'm sorry. But what is his race? Is he just a human, or what is he?
He's some.
Or is
sort
he
of
another goblin?
No, he's some sort of half elf.
Can I?
But very small, just kind of never grew up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Number
Yeah.
one on the hit list now.
Can I
Alright.
try to? I wanted to try to lip read what that guard said to the gnome. We stopped, and I didn't even see Grix leave. I just stared intently at that scene between the gnome and the guard. I want to try to see, I have no skill in reading lips. I just want to see if I could pick it up.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Yo, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Alley-oop.
Very good. You can see there was an angry look on the guard's face, and he said, even though you got a dirty 20, you're still picking up pieces. You get something along the lines of, stay in line, and we won't burn that ship of yours.
Fuck.
Oh, damn.
Feels like fucking Canada, fucking in middle of fucking 2020 around here.
Oh, we went from fucking...
A bunch of boats start rolling up. Honk, honk.
No, we can't
They just block
Freeze
the
their
port.
sacks of gold. Freeze their sacks of gold. Don't let them spend a dime.
Just have fucking fuck Nightfallen flags. Just.
It would be fuck the king. Fuck King Scotty.
Yeah, fuck Scotty.
Nightfallen's like Ford. He's like Doug Ford.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you guys can make it to your ship. You can do what you want. It's still fairly
My
early,
ship.
obviously.
It's my ship.
Okay, you can make it to Grix's ship, and off you go.
Whoa, we lost Tanner.
What?
Here, camera.
Really, you and Phrank are frozen for me.
Uh-oh.
Well, I see everybody moving on my end, and your camera disappeared.
I see Tanner fine.
Did I
I see
disappear?
everybody fine.
Everybody's
You guys see Meg?
Huh?
Frank.
The stream sees everybody.
I'm gonna place.
I'm gonna read.
Wait, my game is frozen.
Mine's not. I can move
Mine
on
is
this
neither.
ship.
You just refresh it.
Is it a me thing?
I'm going to rejoin the video thing real quick just to be on the safe side, but I'm like 90% sure that it's not me.
Lemon, I'm gonna try something here for you. Okay.
Yeah, you're not visible. It just says unknown user not visible for me. There, Tanner.
It says that for you to me. Oh wait, now I see you. Do you see me now?
That's fine.
No.
No?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, nerds. Well, you're on the ship. I mean, technically,
Okay.
you could just play with voice, so you can do whatever you want. Just keep trying to figure it out.
Let me see. Join the camera. Start.
Is this ship completely empty? Absolutely nothing on it. Nothing has been stored on here. It's just completely empty.
I mean, I'll say if you, like, when you get there, you can do a full sweep of the ship. Every door has been left open. Every drawer has been opened. It's all just been opened up. Even if you go to the, what is it, the hold of the ship or the bilges of the ship, the very bottom of it, you can see that there was actually a little bit of a scuffle as there were swarms of rot grubs that you were looking at before. You didn't know what they were. That were all slayed and stomped out. So you've got even some small corpses down there of these little grubs that were squished up. But yeah,
Whoa, whoa. I remember like sessions ago, we were promised that it was clean. Why the fuck are there grubs in the bottom of my ship?
You're gonna have to ask Eleander.
Someone's getting fucked. Eleander? Okay, yeah, let me just go to Eleander. Oh
Bring him
wait,
up. Speak with the
he's
dead.
fuck yeah. Who killed you? All right.
Would it be interesting if that paladin had speak with dead? That would be crazy.
Then he would have fucking already known, Frank.
Maybe he does.
That
Maybe
means
just
he's
playing these
not
cards
level
close to his-
5. That means
He's
he's
a dumbass
sub-level 5.
Investigator.
Fucking-
Seems like
He's definitely level 5 or more.
I honestly think we could probably take him.
Yeah, we could take him. Let's do it.
Bro, I could tickle him and he'd follow her, bro. Easy.
They could take a Eldritch Blast with my fingers.
Is there any alcohol still on this boat?
So there are empty barrels that were left behind,
Okay. Never mind then.
but they were all drained otherwise.
Womp womp.
Wow. How dare they?
It's the fucking Boston Tea Party all over again.
Are there any birds on our boat?
There are some seagulls flying overhead, as you can
No
hear in the
pigeons?
background. No pigeons.
No ravens?
Just seagulls.
Just
Are there ravens?
seagulls.
Frank?
No, he doesn't need ravens near him.
Okay.
That's so Raven. I'm so self-conscious about what these internet things that are happening because I can't see Ethan.
He's
It's okay.
He's fine.
It's not affecting
my-
him whatsoever.
My foundry is also not loading, so just
oh.
yeah. How cool does our boat look? Cool, guys.
No.
Is it?
It's okay.
You obviously clicked the new link, right?
What?
You
I
clicked the
pinned,
new.
I pinned the new link. I pinned the new link.
Well, he's been
Well-
playing this whole time.
I've been
Yeah,
playing the
sure.
game.
He just
I
refreshed.
just got bonked, and I've been trying to refresh. Anyways,
There's a
okay,
mouse.
we're back on the ship. There is a mouse, and there's a papa rat humping the shit out of the mama rat, huh, Frank?
You want to take a break and go find it?
No, I don't.
He's
What
too
do you
afraid, bro.
hear?
He doesn't want to deal with it.
Frank, you have cards everywhere. You need to deal with
me-
that.
Let me explain just briefly what I think this is. So, my mom stays over here on specifically Wednesdays and Fridays. And the only time I'm like really down here and I hear that stuff is when she's her room is right there. I think it's just her. Or it's a mouse. Either way, it's one or the other. It's a mouse.
Set up
or
a
my
camera.
It's Mama Mouse.
Mama mouse.
There was a mouse here before.
What was its name?
I don't know.
Stuart?
I tried to get my cat to kill it, but he just looked at it. It was so dumb. Okay, anyways, carry on. You're on the ship. Your ship looks good. It's nice and cleaned out, except for the lower decks where you've got a bunch of empty barrels. It smells like booze, and the even lower level where it's stinky and filled with rot grubs.
Apart from the cleaning up that we need to do on the ship, I can see Ethan again. I think now is a good time to dig a little bit deeper into what it is that we are going to do tonight. If anything, as I was saying before, I don't think Nightfallen would be okay with the Blackwater. I don't think Nightfallen knows about the Blackwater because when Grix, you had asked, he just said he stays on land. So he's a little out of touch.
Yeah.
I think this could go a handful of ways tonight. I don't know what Gellen's plan is. But
100%.
Nightfallen said if things go bad, they'll burn this whole place to the ground. And I don't know if that means good things or bad things for Gellen because he's going to be taking his leave here soon and going on a trip. There's a world where he turns everybody at this get-together tonight on Nightfallen and those who aren't affected by the Blackwater. There's also a world where he tries to poison Nightfallen to have him under his reign as well.
As far as Nightfall and burning down the city, I think that was just a figure of speech. I know he's an intense dude, but I don't think he really meant it.
Well, what happens to towns or cities within this kingdom that fail to fall in the line?
This is a pretty
Nope.
important port. I don't think they would just burn it down to the ground.
Well, they could probably easily burn it down to the ground and rebuild.
And if not physically actually burn it down, maybe cut it out from the ecosystem of the kingdom, which would, I would imagine, harm the town more than help it. But with that being said, I don't know if Gellen has any stake in that. I don't know if Gellen gets anything out of causing chaos tonight and the king pulling the plug on Saltmarsh. Something that is worth noting, Grix, you had brought this up about maybe getting back in with Gellen. I would imagine he still thinks that you're under the influence of the Blackwater. Nobody but us knows that both of you are void of Blackwater. So
This is
you
true.
may still be in his good graces to do like you mentioned. And I don't know, fall in line and be our guy on the inside.
The only thing that might rouse some modicum amount of suspicion from him towards me was that thing I pulled out of my ear. The bug. So to
Right.
speak. And I mean, it's not confirmed that he put it there, but I feel like I can pretty clearly connect those dots.
I can pause for a second. Where is that right now?
It's wrapped up in cloth in my pocket.
Okay.
Because in the attempt to muffle it as much as possible to not gather like any more information. But I want to keep it on me. I just want to have it muffled so it can't do what it's intended purposes.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know if it worked or not, but here we are.
Okay.
So, yeah, Cade, I definitely can attempt to do that. Wouldn't hurt to have somebody on the inside or someone, that has ease of access to potentially the poison itself.
Mm-hmm. What do we think is the most likely course of action tonight for Gellin? That he poisons Nightfallen?
I think he's poisoning at least. I definitely think he's probably gonna be planning on poisoning some people tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be, I think best bet is Nightfallen. It would make sense. Not sure if he ever got to Eleander or not. Well, he did, didn't he? Like we saw that.
Yeah.
He's one that attacked us in the grove. So he got to Eleander. So it would make sense to go after the new council member that's in charge of the guards, especially, what was previously mentioned, someone that's part of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Especially someone so well respected within the kingdom. And if he's going on this trip, who knows? Maybe Nightfallen goes with him and accompanies him to wherever he's going. For all we know, we could be going to the kingdom, affecting the king and everybody else. And then at that point, it's more than what we'll be able to handle.
And what if we told Nightfallen what we think?
I don't think he'd believe us.
Would it maybe raise enough suspicion? What if we came clean to him about the Blackwater, about you being affected by the Blackwater, about you believing it to be Gellin to do it, about Eleander being affected by the Blackwater, the creatures, all of it. We come clean. Even if it does seem like a fairy tale, it may be enough to raise suspicion towards Gellin, to have Nightfallen take precaution at the event tonight to not get poisoned. Just in the small instance that it is true, he maybe takes that precaution. I'm not saying that we just go do it. I'm just putting forth the idea, because I can't think of another way that we could maybe keep him from being poisoned tonight, unless we cause some sort of ruckus at the event. If anybody else has any ideas, please feel free.
Listen, I understand you guys are worried, but I think to a certain degree you might also be reading too far into things. I know Gellin's scary. I know Gellin's got all this Blackwater. Hell, I was even affected by it too. I just didn't know it. But how many parties does Gellin throw? He throws tons of them. Does he not?
He does, but nothing of this grandeur, nothing of this magnitude.
If he's been
Not
throwing parties
since I've been here,
left, right, and center, you would think he would have half the town in Blackwater at this point.
well, the parties that he did throw were always private events within his homestead.
I will correct you a little bit, Grix. I love that you're playing on this, just like and going with it. He actually does throw townwide parties.
Oh,
From time to time. From time to time. Like usually major events.
okay.
Well, Wyatt, to that point,
But very good job improving that, by the way. I want to make sure I'm not like stomping on you.
Okay, well, give me inspiration then.
Listen. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be prepared. I just think we're getting all hunkin' dory over something that we've got no idea what could be going on. You want to cover our bases? You want to send in Spy Master Grix? You want to be prepared during the day of? Fine, but we don't need to sit here and talk about it. I don't think it's that important. I think we go in with an open eye. You think we're gonna be able to stop the poisoning of Nightfallen? You guys are mad.
Doesn't hurt to try.
No, it doesn't.
I know you're not a fan of the man, but
I think the risk is too high. There's gonna be so many eyes on us, especially there are more now than there were before. This Nightfallen guy is gonna have 5 guards licking our ass every single day. You think we're just gonna get away and be able to save Nightfallen from being poisoned somehow during a party with thousands of people in attendance?
What if we kill Gellin?
Well, not that. That's
Well,
yeah, that's relatively extreme. But to your point, Wyatt, I think you're correct. I think there's not much that we can do at that party, which is why I pitched the idea of coming clean to him before the party. He thinks it's a wives' tale, but it may raise suspicion to keep him from indulging in anything that could.
I get what you're saying. Okay, dog. But listen, we come clean about that. We're pretty much saying we murdered Eleander. Hey, buddy, there was this black water, came out, we tried to take care of it, and then look, Eleander came to our little grove, he popped a bubble, he became all spooky dooky, and then we sent him on his way. You think it's gonna be that easy?
But we didn't kill Eleander, so even if there is some sort of suspicion, sure, that may raise suspicion, but we didn't do it. So he could sit there and he could. Did I know the spell that he was casting? Did I know that he was zone or truthing me?
He wasn't. He was going to do it to Wyatt.
Oh, to Wyatt. Okay. Paladins are persuasive, and if he wants the truth out of us, he'll get it. So even if we come clean and they suspect us for killing Eleander, we just tell the truth. When he asks for the truth, when he beckons for it, we give it to him. And the truth is, we don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
The truth is what we told him, that Gellin and the Blackwater and Eleander was affected, and the whole goddamn town from all these parties could be affected. We don't know. We have no idea the scope of Gellin's control right now. We also don't know what it means that he's leaving for X amount of time with this new guy getting here conveniently. And then on top of that, maybe he's got a trigger while he's gone and Saltmarsh just implodes while he's away doing whatever it is he's doing. I'm okay to not do anything because I agree that going to Nightfallen doesn't seem like a great idea because it raises suspicion and we could get our dick stomped on a little bit. But we
are all innocent, so we'll be fine.
I think you're too naive, Grix, to think that we could walk in and talk about the Blackwater with this guy. We're just gonna get ourselves in trouble. Any mention of our relationships with Eleander, I kind of had an itching to mention he almost freaking killed himself. But I held my tongue because I didn't want him to know that I knew that Eleander almost tried to off himself. That would raise too much suspicion.
I mean, again, we're innocent. So the suspicion would be
Listen,
swept away.
You want to open your mouth, I ain't opening mine.
Barry, you've been awfully quiet through all this.
Hibernating.
Where's your head at? Yeah, but, he's still one of us. I still want to hear where his mind's at.
I mean, just like I said earlier, we just keep an eye out. He seems capable. He doesn't seem stupid.
you think we shouldn't interfere at all?
Well, if the problem arises, maybe. But we don't know if it's going to happen or not. That's why we should keep a lookout.
Yeah, but what's the problem? What problem arises? We have no idea what any of that means, right? The strength and the scope of Gellin could be anything.
I mean, the whole town's guard is here. He can't. I think he's just trying to warm up to the new person, get on his good side. And if he does try and poison the whole city, then we'll be there. We should look out. We should examine the food. We should examine the drink. We should keep a close eye on Gellin.
But we don't know if there's no way for us to tell if there's black water within the food or if it's in the drinks.
We know what it looks like.
Come on. You really think Gellin's gonna be dumb enough? If this is gonna happen, he's just gonna put black water in the fucking wine? So there's some floating black shit in the red wine? Come on. Barry, you're better than that.
I just don't think we know what's gonna happen, so we just kind of gotta go in there.
Barry, you're better than Sorry.
We just gotta go in there and, see what we can find out.
Wyatt, you wanted to speak with Anders. Maybe we make a trip over to the folks that we do trust and can possibly get some insight on top of whatever it was that you wanted to speak with them about.
Yeah, I might also ask him for a job or something just to cover my bases with this dude. Maybe even Anders can cook up some paperwork or something for me. Just so that this guy gets off me, because, I mean, out of all of them, I think Anders is the one that I trust the most, so I'm going to stick to it. And at least, even if I don't, he can help me out of this situation with this guy crawling on my ass.
Did we take any of the water from the glade or anything? Like, did we try? I feel like, did we try?
Somebody did.
We tried, and then I think Peaches interfered and said it's sacred or something like that, and we didn't end up doing it.
I took items from the glade, glade.
Yeah, I also have a jar of mayonnaise.
Exactly.
Man, how nice would it be if we just had like vials of glade water and we could give it to fucking Ida and Eleander and they could just fucking vomit their black water out if they were infected, and then we could know for sure. Fuck! Anyways, maybe we go see Anders and Ida.
Well,
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna have to stay put. My little friend at the docks told me the guards will be stopping in to speak with me. So I'm gonna stay put to not arouse any suspicion or not seem like I'm hiding or running away.
Well, why don't we just split up?
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk to Anders solo anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stay here. Cade, you go speak with Ida.
Maybe Barry, you can hear the leaves rustle and maybe find Feyorn if you can.
Wait a second. Barry? Mr. McCockiner? Holy shit, hold on. Mr. McCockiner, is that you?
Oh, wait.
We've just been calling you Barry this whole time. We've been on first name basis. I had no idea. Mr. McCockiner, I mean,
awful.
fuck, man. We gotta get your grove back, dude. I am so sorry that all this is, dude, I'm sorry you got roped into all this, man.
No.
Oh, that's canon now, bro.
Oh, no.
It's Dr. McCockiner.
Dr. McCockiner to you.
Okay.
Well, if Wyatt wants to speak with Anders alone, I'd imagine in the middle of the day, him and Ida might be in the same spot. So I'll just hang back.
No, you can come if they're together. You can come. Like we can stop by his house together and then.
I'll hang out with Grix. Don't worry. I'll keep him safe. Keep him out of trouble.
We would ask nothing less of you, Doctor.
Don't do it, Frank. I see what you're doing. Don't do it.
I feel like I'm on a soap opera, you know, like fucking. I'll be back, Dr. McCuckener.
Oh fuck.
I think it's with an H at the end instead of the N. Talking, yeah.
You know what? I like it this way. It's Dr. McCockiner. And you know what? It's canon because you take on whatever people call you. So.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hey, what's up, Doc?
Okay.
Okay. Can we role play Grix and the doctor doing nothing on the ship while I go peep? I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
I actually do want to do something, but
You want to?
you do whatever, Frank.
What are you doing?
Grix, I'm gonna go to the market really quickly, but I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just want to come back if he's not doing anything in the meantime.
I'm gonna be doing something in the meantime.
Oh, okay. I want to go get a bottle of the hardest alcohol I can find.
Shit. Okay. Like 60% hard or like all the way hard?
60 sounds great.
Mag needs to not be taking leaves like these anymore because we are fucking.
Out of hand.
We are getting way out of hand. I'm here for it. It's fucking great. But
Okay.
holy fuck, have we just degraded so much?
Okay.
So D&D's all about dick jokes.
Yeah, Dr. McCockiner.
Okay. You can find some pretty hardcore, high-proof alcohol.
And I'll get two bottles.
Okay. I'll say it's
whatever that
basically like a
costs.
vodka, essentially, but it's made from some sort of like
Bourbon. It's bourbon. Bourbon's higher.
Okay, it's
Alcohol
bourbon.
content.
It's bourbon, obviously. Duh, I know I'm a big drinker. I knew the bourbon was up there. Yeah, you
How
get
much
some
does it
sort of
cost?
imported bourbon, and it's pretty up there. So I'll say it's going to cost you. It'll run you just 5 silver.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I'm looking to do is, would I be able to, or would there be possibly a fishing rod on the boat left behind?
No, but I'll say that you could either like
Fashion
one, or you could enough people on the docks. You could probably just go borrow one or grab one.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab one, I guess. Okay. And all I want to do is I just want to be sitting like on basically the ledge of the ship.
Yep.
Kicking right beside like the ramp to get on the ship, on the dock. I just want to be kicking my feet and just have my rod in the water.
It doesn't reach, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Where do those 6 inches go then?
Okay. But okay. So how's about this? Give me a nature check as you're potentially gonna catch a fish. 7. Okay.
6. It's a 7 minus 1. 6,
Oh, nice.
6.
You see like a fish float by, kind of pecks at your hook.
Now,
Carries on.
can I use lightning lure?
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm. It's gonna fucking electrocute the water. I'm not gonna try to kill a fish. I'm just making. I was making a
The
joke.
whole ocean.
Nah.
All right, Feyorn, I'll say you can grab your stuff pretty quick. You can come back, and so it's just the two of you with a fishing rod and a bottle of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there with my rod in my hand.
Feyorn would have been drinking this as he
Views from the six,
coming
bro.
back.
Views from the six.
Okay.
So I just want to. I'll explain to you, Frank. Feyorn's a little nervous, so he's drinking his nerves away.
Wait, did you start drinking as you're walking up, or
Yes.
are you?
No, I'm already drunk. As I was walking back,
Okay.
I drank some of the bottle. We'll just say like 25%.
Okay.
Only
So, like,
25% hard.
Were you like? Are you like current? Are you just like holding the neck of the bottle basically and just like sipping it as you're? Okay. When I see you like kind of. Okay, Dr. McCockiner, relax a little
And
bit there.
I'll sit down beside you.
I'm gonna have my one hand on the rod and I'm gonna reach my other hand out and just
And I'll
I'll grab it and I'll take a swig.
Drinking, fishing, that's D&D, baby. Okay, so you guys are just chilling out, doing your thing.
Can I whistle the tune
Sure,
as I'm just like fishing?
absolutely. Give me a performance check.
Oh, baby dog.
Speaking of baby dogs,
That's a fucking 21, baby.
Anyway, okay, so you
He's so
nailed the
cute.
tune. Feyorn, you recognize the tune as well, and you just kind of whistling away, chilling out,
With my rod in my hand.
with your big old borrowed rod in your hand. I'm just gonna have you roll 2 nature checks. There, Mr. Grix, just roll them back to back for me, please.
Yeah, of course. 10
Oh,
Okay.
and a 9.
Then, okay.
oh,
Very
what's
good.
up?
Okay. So you guys just chilling out there?
Just big chilling.
Right on. Okay, where is it that Cade was going? And are you guys going together? You guys are going separate?
Yeah, we're going together to.
Eat a bag of dicks.
We're going to Anders' house.
Anders. Okay, very good.
yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna find Anders and eat a. Hey, don't fucking lick my mouth, bitch.
Jesus.
Good boy. Good boy.
Oh, we're so just.
We're good. We're good. Doing great.
So, much to your luck this early morning, as the sun is slowly cresting over the skyline, you get quite lucky and you find that as you get to Anders' place and you are welcomed by his butler, you find that Anders and Ida are together, and it turns out that Ida
Naturally.
actually seems like she had spent the night there.
Ooh. Yo, go Anders! Let's go Anders, baby! Attaboy, my
Wait, who the
our
fuck's
dog.
this Dorcas? This is Scarin, the butler.
Skaren's a butler.
This guy.
Yeah.
This dude looks like
We've
He's-
seen him before.
he looks like he's from fucking Oppenheimer.
We've seen him before.
You've seen him.
This is
You've
the
seen
third
him.
time we've seen him.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember that.
Look, he's only there because he opened the door for you, so I'll just
Oh,
put him
okay.
away. Okay, so you enter, and they're having, despite it being so early, they're having a pretty lively conversation as you enter. And you are welcomed in to their little seating area, their living room. Anders is the first to speak. I'm glad your instincts brought you here. We're just kind of talking about what to do from here. It seems like it's just a waiting game, as far as we can see. Oh, you just came to like staring contest? Is that what we're just gonna?
No. I came looking for you, Anders, and Cade came looking for Ida. And it looks like we just played a little tic-tac-toe, matched up quite fine.
Okay.
I'm Cade, by the way.
Oh,
I don't think they know that. I'm not Milo.
Okay.
Okay, well, listen, this Milo Cade thing has been hard for me to even adjust to. I probably wouldn't have said Cade.
Your character wouldn't have said. Okay,
My character
fine, fair
wouldn't have
enough.
said Cade, so I
Retcon
Yeah.
is Milo.
Whether I mean it's fine either way for
No,
me.
no,
so.
no, my character would not have said. I just
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have news? What happened?
Well, first of all, it seems like there's going to be a prohibition on any form of adventuring in the coming 24 hours, which is a tad unfortunate. The result of said prohibition is going to result in the unseen servants going back to work. Like real work. Like clock in 9 to 5 work. Like Anders, I kind of came here for a job work.
Really?
That's what Mr. Fallen said.
So did you come here for a job? Or did you come here for a job? Not like that. No, I shouldn't have winked. Like you want me to fake paperwork that you got a job.
That's my boy.
Okay. There's no way I'm putting you to work. Your talents are best served elsewhere.
There's another thing I might need some help on. You see, I don't really have paperwork in Saltmarsh. In fact, I don't exist in Saltmarsh, which I might need a little bit of help with too.
Ooh, we are gonna get burned on that one. Yeah, we should have been looking at those records. I'm sure he already has. Okay. Well, that is going to be a bit more difficult to pull off. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I don't know how we're gonna get that done.
Listen, if it falls on me, it falls on me. At least I'll have a job, and I'll wink back at him.
Right. You'll be on one of my merchant ships. And depending on what you need, that merchant ship might be gone for a good couple of weeks.
A good couple of weeks.
In fact, maybe you all work on one of my merchant ships.
I like
I'm not
that.
opposed.
I think that'll save you some headache. But you're going to have to play along. Probably put in a couple hours here or there just to show face, show them that you're actually getting something done. Maybe have to take a boat ride here or there. But either way, we'll play it right. Okay, we can do that.
As for myself, I guess I'll preface this with, over the last few days, I have grown opinions about Saltmarsh and the people that reside here. Am I able to speak freely?
Seems like the spaces to speak freely are shrinking more and more each day, but this is definitely one of them.
Very well. The party tonight to welcome Lieutenant Nightfallen. We have our suspicions, and we were wondering if you two plan to attend, and what are your thoughts on this welcoming party?
To be honest, we haven't really thought about it. We just assumed it was going to be another one of Gellen's, schmoozing to get on the good side of the newcomer. But what, you think something's going to happen?
Our concern is that maybe he takes the wrong cup and drinks the wrong water.
Nightfallen.
That's right.
They kind of look at each other You see him pondering things. And Ida speaks up. She says, I hate to be saying this out loud, but my first thought was, would that be so bad? He would just be outed just like Eleander, but it would be bad because he would just be replaced with somebody even worse. So we do have to keep an eye on it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
sorry.
No. Did that not? This is kind of above table. Did that not seem strange? What she just said. Mike muted.
But there wasn't a check for that.
Yeah, I would say, can I don't know if that meant to come off strange, but can I insight that
Sure.
to, like, just get a feel for?
Good.
I'm starting to question it now. 13.
13? Okay. Yeah, she kind of awkwardly says it, like you get a pretty good read on her. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that what she's saying is she really doesn't want to deal with this guy. It seems like her first instinct was maybe that would help get rid of him.
Right. I'm under the impression that a paladin from the kingdom is just what we need.
Perhaps, but he has a heavy hand. He's not going to deal with things lightly, and he's going to shut everything down, our entire way of life, for gods know how long. So, it will be a nuisance. And unfortunately, and I hate to break this to you as you're one of the most idealistic people I know, there is a portion of the economy, as I'm sure you could have guessed by now, that isn't exactly above board. And she looks over to Wyatt, gives him a glance as she says that. It's not everything, but it is an important piece, as long as it's peaceful.
Could there not be some way that continues and Gellin goes down? Is there not some way that you can earn the graces and the trust, and you can prove to the kingdom that as members of the council, you can be trusted and you've got things under control, or will have them under control, if we can get rid of the poison?
I think that's an excellent idea. I do think we need to see what he's after. He's going to use tonight's platform as an opportunity to explain what he's here to accomplish. A lieutenant of that rank is not going to plan to stick around here any longer than he needs to.
Mhm.
So he must have a list of goals that he's after. We should wait and see what those are before we really take any major action. Though I do agree we need to keep him protected from whatever attempts Gellin may make at his sanity.
Okay. You said Gellin was leaving.
About a week and a half from now. And, well, I suppose I was being a little coy earlier about what I was trying to explain to you, but if he's operating something out of that house of his, well, his house will be empty.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
And we now live down the street.
That's right, you do. You have an excellent view. You can even see the moment he leaves. So I think that'll be a good opportunity. If you so choose. I mean, of course, adventuring is off the table, right? So maybe you won't go in, but maybe you will. I'm not going to arrest you.
What are the chances the two of you would be able to grant us leave and join us in the Dreadwood?
Are you insane, Cade?
Stole the words right from my mouth, Wyatt. Thank you.
We would keep you safe and
Retconned Milo, sorry.
obviously we would keep you safe, but there are some interesting things out there and I'd love to show them to you. But obviously I know that things are tight around here.
Normally, I would love to go along with whatever you're up to, but I needed you to stay here as is. 1 day away was suspicious enough. You saw what you dragged onto yourself.
Listen, Milo, you want to get some of that water, you got to go get it yourself and bring it here.
Understood? Yeah. Okay. No, that was yeah, it was I know that's a large ask.
How's about this? Because you seem to be a bit upset that about my answer. If we can get through the next few weeks, call it 3, I would love to see what you've found.
All right, let's get through the next 3 weeks then.
If you're still around by then, who knows? Perhaps you'll be on that ship of yours off adventuring, which, as far as I'm concerned, I would love to see happen for you all. Let's get you moving and playing around with the toys that you've earned yourself.
Yeah.
So, shall we time skip to the party?
Yeah, if we're leaving,
Yeah, I want to talk to Cade on the walk back.
yeah.
For sure. We'll keep an eye on everything as far as we can. We're obviously going to be preoccupied schmoozing around, talking to the locals, and hopefully keeping their respect amidst all of this.
Well, let us know if you need help with that. We'd be happy to do that as new employees of Anders' Fishing and Company.
Yeah, you'll be moving up the ranks pretty quick. See, you've got a sharp eye for negotiations and fishing and all the things I need.
That's what I like to hear.
Great. Well, we'll have the paperwork delivered. You'll each have one. Although, what do I put down for that big guy? We'll figure that out. He's so disappointed.
He's like, Frank, you motherfucker, you took my name. You took my fucking name.
Apparently everybody else knew about it except me.
I didn't know that was happening.
Why did you answer that way then?
He said, I don't even remember what he asked me. I said, my name is Cade.
Yeah, he said, "Can I have your name?" And the way that you answered it is, "My name is," and I just said Feyorn because "Can I have your name?" And then I just said Feyorn.
You're muted, Ethan.
Sorry. He asked he asked 3 of us, excluding yourself, what our names were. Then he asked, can I have your name?
Ah,
That was
gotcha.
the dialogue that happened. He never said to us, can I have your names? He
So
asked us
Frank
what
just
our
bullied
names
me.
were.
I got
Yeah.
you.
No, he used wordplay and you didn't pick up on it.
You think I'm gonna pick up on it?
Okay,
No, 'cause
let's,
I didn't pick it up.
That's
I
why
didn't
I
pick up
asked
on it.
you.
I know. He's bullied me. He bullied me.
Well, Barry McCockiner, get used to it. Sorry, Dr. McCockiner.
Doctor McCoy.
Dr. Barry
Dr.
McCockiner.
Barry McCockiner.
All right. Okay, so you guys are cruising back or whatever you're doing. If you got
Yes.
nothing else to say there, you can feel free to have your little combo on the way back.
Yes.
I will say too, as you walk through the center of town, you can already see that there are staff hard at work, setting up like streamers across the building.
That seems inappropriate.
They're going hard.
That seems extremely inappropriate to be hard at work.
They're what?
Dude, they're hard at work watching streamers. Dude, that's what I said.
Yo.
Hey, hot tubs and pools, baby. Yeah, I guess I kind of jumped the gun on that there at the end, but I wanted to see how willing they were to join us in the Dreadwood, because I mean, you said it, right? How do we know that the town isn't completely poisoned? And Eleander, Grix, they didn't know. They didn't remember. It doesn't feel like they're under control. It feels like they're themselves. So I would love to, at the very least, get Anders and Ida to the glade and have them step in and confirm whether or not they are infected with the Blackwater.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, well, we might get that opportunity. Maybe even in 3 weeks' time, this guy leaves too. I mean, that's obviously optimistic, but there's always a possibility. I didn't really seem too bothered by this guy.
Yeah,
Or
they
at least
seem...
Anders seemed super relaxed. Maybe that's just his demeanor. I mean, it is his demeanor.
Yeah, it seems they're... I guess maybe that's what made me worry, that they could also be infected. They seemed more worried about getting this lieutenant out of here versus dealing with the actual problem, right? Gellen's been an issue. Now all of a sudden it's this lieutenant who's an issue, and they just want to go back to normal, which has not been working. Something happening?
Frank's just making a face.
Yeah, what's Frank's doing?
It's the Amogus face.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's he doing right now. Is that Mel?
He's playing Amogus right now.
Listen,
No,
Frank,
just-
we're playing above table, not below table, all right? I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I'm
you
listening to RP. I'm listening to RP. Let me keep listening to RP. I like it.
He's listening to RP playing below table, if you know what I mean.
Hey.
I got my little ringy ring.
Are you really that worried about them being potentially compromised?
I mean, yeah, if they're compromised, who can we trust?
Well, I mean, if they're compromised, honestly, fuck this city. That's just the bottom line. There's no saving this city at this point if they're compromised.
I mean, if they're compromised, 4 bodies to the Oracle doesn't sound too fucking bad. Dude.
Yeah.
to take care of our shit, you know? Yeah, I guess, you know, for the longest time, at least for me, this is all I've known. You know, Ida has been very parental and welcoming. Welcomed me with very warm arms and gave me this second chance at life. And we've got a lot of unanswered questions that I think that this city has the answers. Obviously, you're kind of on a nomadic path to figure out what the last piece of your puzzle is, but there's just been a lot going on here. And Dr. McCockiner, he seems to play a large part in it. The Grove seems to play a large part in it. Yeah, I guess I would just hate to see it go to shit. This is where, I mean, just the other day, the revelations were made, here in Saltmarsh about how we can get your friend back and how I can get mine. So,
which I'm still devoted to. Don't think I've lost sight of that. Which, second to that, our fancy new friend Nightfallen, my little friend, seemed to have nothing to say. I didn't ask him.
Yeah, thank fucking God.
Yeah, thank fucking God on that one. That's for sure. But he was hella quiet. He was hella quiet. What I did want to say was, if you're so concerned about the compromisation of Ida and Anders, well, then her tipping off that Gellen's not going to be home could be her alley-ooping a trap and him slam dunking it.
Yeah, those are terms that I'm unfamiliar with. Is that from? Do you speak like that back home?
You haven't? Sorry, you've never heard of Goblin Ball?
No, unfortunately, I haven't.
Goblin Ball, it's a sport back home. You skin goblins and you can make these leather balls. And you can throw them into a hoop, and you can dunk them too.
Well, yeah, don't. We'll keep that between us. We don't have to let Grix hear that. But hey, maybe one day, if we do visit your home, we can play some Goblin Ball.
We probably won't, but maybe. We'll see.
Goblin these balls.
Well, listen, I'm more than happy to. I'm well equipped to infiltrate.
Are you Drake? Well,
to infiltrate Gellen's home. I'm ready. I'm ready to do so.
Okay. Yeah, and as always, I appreciate your level-headedness. I'm quick to want to jump to conclusion or maybe confide a bit too much in somebody. It wasn't until today that I've now kind of second guessed how much I confide in Ida and Anders. But we play the waiting game, just like they asked.
That's right.
We'll wait to see what happens tonight, and we find our space to intervene if it shows itself.
That's right.
Okay. So you guys cruise on back to the ship again. Like I said, as you're making your way, lots of preparations are being made. You can see that some of the restaurants have been kind of conscripted into preparing some of the food that's going to be going into the party tonight. And it seems like most of the businesses are shut down as a result, as that's kind of what they're getting into. So I'll say you guys make your way back to the ship. You find Grix and Feyorn just kind of chilling there.
Question. Hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
The guards never stopped by?
Oh, that's a very good point.
Sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to...
Let me think about the timing of
Nice.
this. You know what? No, I'm gonna say they did not. We're on a pretty short time frame so far, so no, they wouldn't have stopped by just yet.
Yeah, fuck nerds. I got a scot-free, baby.
I mean, how's about this? Why don't you, as you're kind of sitting there pondering, why don't you give me an insight check as you just kind of like think back on your little run-in with your buddy there.
Okay, how's the 23 sound?
23? Okay. So as you're
Was
sitting there,
he bullshitting me?
as you're sitting there kind of mulling things over, And you think back on your history with this guy, you realize he's just a giant weasel who tries to play like power cards all the time. There's a chance that what he was saying to you was just an empty threat.
Oh, I'm fucking beating his ass. I'm taking him behind a fucking out. I'm taking him into an alley and I'm beating his ass. I am like, I need you to be aware, Frank. That is like on my agenda now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough. He's gonna be there too. Let's go.
Whoa, dude, fair enough.
And that's on fucking McGloobiot that he's getting his ass whipped. Ain't that right? Hey, on
Yes,
fucking McGloobiot he getting his ass whipped.
I'm surprised you remember that. I couldn't remember those names forever.
Oh, dude, it's fucking. There's such a mouthful. Unlike Dr. McCockiner.
But Drake, bro, that's a do you know what I mean, dog? Like, that guy is so wicked.
How come you didn't make drizzy drizzle jokes for Rain? And how come we haven't fought a Drake yet? And
Yeah, true.
I wanted to, dude. I wanted so bad when you're like, "Oh, where's Peaches at?" I wanted to be like, "Oh, she's fighting a Drake." But I'm like, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
60% Drake.
Okay. Also, I'm just gonna let you guys know. I'm just gonna cruise for another, just like a couple more minutes, and then we'll call it there. So I just want to see kind of what you guys are up to, what you guys want to do here. Are you just gonna chill until the party? Are you gonna concoct some bullshit? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna wave at them while while I'm fishing. So I'm gonna be, I'll be fishing the entire time they're gone. Just idly fishing and just like hanging out with Feyorn, taking our sips. But when I say sorry, with Barry.
Yes.
When I say I'm sipping, I don't want to drink to the point where I'm inebriated. I just want to drink enough to like maybe get a light buzz going. Just that way I'm not drunk. I'm not exhibiting any signs of me being drunk. I just want a nice little. I just want to feel a little warmth inside. That's all.
Okay.
Barry is drinking heavily.
Heavily. Very good.
Very good.
Okay. Can you go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw there, Mr.
Yeah, I
Barry?
guess you're barely drunk.
Constitution saving
And
throw.
you're saying you're drinking a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you finishing this bottle?
Roll it at disadvantage.
Well, I had 2 bottles. So whatever I could drink.
You don't even need to roll. You just don't know.
You're fucking hammered.
So you're going to be super, super hammered. You basically have the effects of being poisoned.
Do you want me to put that
What
on
the
my
fuck?
character?
You're so.
You want me to
What?
put that on my character?
Yeah,
Poison?
for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, man.
So
wait, but he's a
damage?
furball, so when it comes to drinking, he gets to drink as if he was one size larger, so he can ingest more.
2 bottles of
The
bourbon.
hardest
Bourbon?
liquor that
Yeah,
I can
he's-
find.
Yeah, pushing or pulling. He's taking pulls from the bottle, so
Oh, shit.
he's just actually a size larger.
So given that you are poisoned, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. We're gonna give that condition to you for the next 8 hours.
I gave.
Yippee!
Okay,
Cool.
right on.
Good job, Barry.
Okay,
And
so again,
inspiration.
I'll ask just to as a sweep.
Inspiration.
I'll ask as a sweep. What are you guys doing? What are you guys have any individual plans? Are you gonna chill till the party? What are you doing?
How'd your talk go, gentlemen? With Ida and Anders. Learn anything?
We got jobs.
Doing what? Wait, hold on. What? You got a job.
I got
Here
all
in
of us
Saltmarsh.
jobs.
All of us. Oh, okay. And what would?
We're now merchants on Anders's merchant ship crew that sometimes leaves for weeks at a time.
Nice. Very well done. And I'm just gonna offer like I'm gonna try to dab him up.
I'm gonna extend my pinky. No, I'm just kidding.
Pinky, his pinky.
I'll dab him up.
Let's
Whoa!
go.
Whoa!
I fell overboard.
Can I roll a few more nature checks to see if I catch any more fish?
Yeah, I'll give you one more. You failed a bunch, so let's just give you one more.
There we go. 16.
16. Okay. I'll say you get like a decent, like medium-sized fish.
Cool.
Probably could feed like 2 of you.
Oh, hey.
Okay. So what I will say is, as you guys are kind of chilling out, playing Smash Brothers or whatever you're doing on there, just the ramp up of the party, like as you look out off your ship.
I think we're playing hide the sausage.
You can see that this thing's getting set up pretty heavily. It's like all hands on deck right now. The whole town's running around getting this thing set up, and they are moving very quick. It seems like they want to get this thing ready to go by basically noon.
Because we're on a ship. We're on the deck of the ship. I see what you did there.
Is anyone coming to us to like tailgate at our boat? Since our boat is so close to the actual party, is anyone trying to like hop in and do a pre at this giant, soiree of the unseen servant?
Sorry, are they doing what?
Are they trying to tailgate, like do a pre-party at
tailgating
our
on the
pre-party,
boat?
Oh, like roll up
because
their
we're so
fucking
close.
canoes and shit.
No, because we're so close. People
Yeah.
could just stop by our boat before the actual party to get drunk an hour.
Oh, to like drink up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are openly drinking on the deck of your boat, like I'm sure a few passersby will see you drinking and just go like point at themselves to try to like get up. So yeah. You can have a bunch of people swing by. You guys will be like the pre-party.
You know what? If anybody looks too slammed, I will 5 points lay on hands to cure a poison or a disease. 5 points. We don't want anybody getting kicked out.
I mean, it's a bit too late for that with Barry over here, but
yeah, is Barry actually in the water there?
At one point, you see this like very, very young looking person come up. They're a little wobbly when they enter. They've got this big long coat on, and they're just they don't look drunk, but they're kind of unstable on their feet.
Question: is it a trench coat?
It's a trench coat.
Does it take 15 points of lay on hands to get rid of all their poison? Is it 3 kobolds standing on top of one another inside of...
That's what I'm thinking! That's what I'm thinking, dude! They're wearing a trench coat and they're wobbling? Come on!
Yeah, we know what's going on there.
Can I...
You already going to open the trench coat?
Yeah.
We got to pat him down. I'm security. We're fucking...
Okay. You open the trench coat. It's just a really skinny dude, but he's not wearing anything underneath. And he's got like a 14-inch dick. We're going to call the session after that. That was a good one. Thanks for coming out.
Skinny dudes do got big
full
dicks.
circle.
That's apparently a thing.
Is his name Drake?
Bro, he's like fucking Laura Croft. He's got like the fucking gun on the side of the quads.
No, but it definitely is a flasher. That's what he's out here.
No.
Damn.
He just looks at you and he goes, "You did it for me. Thanks, dude."
Did we just take psychological damage?
Yeah. You all get mental scars. It's like anti-inspiration. Anyone who had it loses it.
Seriously? Fuck!
Can I be friends for 8 hours?
Just of that guy and just of his dick. Yes. Okay. So if you guys are not upset about it, I'm just gonna skip you forward a little bit, if that's okay. Let me know if you don't want to do that. So I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta get rid of Peaches here. She was part of this scene. So I'll just jump you forward here. I'll say everything's.
Oh, what is this map?
Frank, I don't see anything.
What?
Frank,
I'm black. I can't see anything. I mean, my screen.
I love
There we
that
go.
scream. That scream was so good.
Yo, this
But I
fucking-
still can't see anything.
There's Eric Coke right here, bro. It's a fucking bird.
I can see.
Oh shit!
Yo, can I get my
Yo,
proper
can
token
you
on that?
can you all get your little fucking scroll wheels off of the fucking commoner that's just chilling there? Like, relax,
This one?
dude.
This
like,
one?
relax. All your-
I'm zooming in.
all your
This
mice-
this one? This one
Which
right
one?
here?
Which one? Which one? Ooh, she slinks away, my boy. Oh, she peeks back out.
Yo, we are fucking off the rails today. Fucking Meg is never allowed to fucking skip a session again. We have been fucking completely off the fucking deep
we
end this
are
entire
we're a
session.
gallon of milk, and Meg is the fucking cap. You know,
Yeah.
the moment the cap comes off, that gallon just fucking. Sheesh. It's like
Yeah.
we didn't even open up. It's not even like we opened the
So
cap.
it's like our jar of mayonnaise.
We took
Yeah.
a buzz saw to the milk and just opened it up halfway.
Okay, I want to get through a little tiny little scene before we close the session.
Let him
okay?
get to his cliffhanger, guys.
All right, yeah, we got to get
Guys,
to
worse
the
than fucking
cliffhanger.
solo leveling, man.
Yeah,
Sorry, man. I
Jesus
just
Christ.
had to finish my bit about milk.
You know what? The fact
Milk.
that Meg wasn't here to endure all of this, she gets a free level up too.
Inspiration.
It'll go good with
Inspiration
her
for
milk.
sure. Okay, I'll just say I'll get into more description a little bit later, but there's a couple things I wanted to get to. I'm only going to get to one of them though here. So,
Oh yeah, that's one.
yes, okay, all right. She
Ellen's
she's
daughter,
She
here we go.
walks. She... Ooh, hello. All right, she's back. Okay. So the party's kind of rumbling on. So, everybody's here. They're walking up and down the streets, and there's like this central area that that has been carved out. It's got a nice stage set up. And as you kind of look around, you can see there's an interspersing of Kingsguard mixed in with the regular guards. You see people that you recognize. There's the leather worker, Feyorn, who owns the place that Wyatt stays at. Ingo is here around the corner. Manistrat is here with Britain. Seems to be basically the whole town is coming out for this thing. If possibly they were forced here. Seems as though as you make your way over as well that the docks have been shut down. As you make your way into the center of the party, the first thing that happens is Gellin, who is kind of schmoozing with people up on this like central stage, he sees Grix, and he beckons to you, Grix. He just beckons you forward. And then, whether or not you respond, he starts calling out to you. Oh, Grix! Grix! And he starts yelling for you, catching some of the attention of some of the commoners who also start kind of getting involved and like, oh, Grix, Gellin's calling you! Grix!
Yeah, I mean, I guess upon, the commoners joining in, I'll be apprehensive, and it's not like I'm gonna rush to him, but I will slowly make my way to him.
Don't be shy, Grix. Come on. Step up, step up.
And I'm, instead of staying below the stairs, like on the foot of the stairs, I'm going to walk up to be on the same platform as him.
Okay. This is very good, Grix. Everyone, gather around. Come on.
Oh,
And
shit.
he pulls everyone's attention.
Oh, no.
And the streets start getting like loaded up with people. There's just dozens and dozens in this one little area. He says, and he kind of bends down to you as everybody's starting to gather. He says, Grix, I want you to show them what you did to save our town. That thing they wrote about in the paper where you saved us from those scary men in that mansion. Can you do that? Just a little play. We're going to reenact it.
Will my compatriots be joining me up here, or is this a solo act?
No, it's just you. You've gotten the attention of some of the younger ones. They really look up to you. Apparently you were quite friendly with them. Is that right?
Of course. How could I not? When the little ones want an autograph, how could I deny them that?
Very good. I'm so pleased. Here, take this, and he hands you like a little wooden sword. And he starts calling on somebody from the audience. Like he starts calling to like a group of kids for a volunteer. And this little blonde girl kind of shyly puts up her hand. He says, "Oh, Grix, this will be so much fun." And he beckons her forward. She comes up on stage. By the way, you guys are all chilling, watching. You guys can interact as you'd like as well. He's just playing out this little scene. And he's oh. So he turns to the audience and says, "Everyone, you've all read the papers. You've seen the deeds done by our good friend Grix here. He went from a simple goblin working on the docks, working his way up, never missing a day. One of my most reliable employees. And now he's taken on quite a successful run of being an adventurer. And he's agreed to give us a show with this young girl here. What is your name? She's Ellie. Ellie Grix. She is going to play the role of the big bad, and you will play yourself. Show us how you did it. Would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, and I'll like lean over to Gellin. Shouldn't the little girl like not be the one that's the evil one that I have to slay?
Oh, Grix, they know of your deeds. They'll play along. It'll be so much fun.
All right, well, if you say so.
Okay.
And then I want to stab him with the wooden sword.
You're gonna stab him?
No. I know. Right in front of everybody. Just no. Go ahead.
So he goes, okay, Grix. Okay, everyone. He's going to show us what he did with those the evil men, right? They were huge. And he looks to you for like confirmation.
They towered over me like giants.
Towering like giants. You can see he's even grown from his experience, sucked in their life essence, and gained a few inches of height himself. Go on, Grix. And he like leans in and he grabs your shoulders, and you feel him like reaching down to your hand as he stands behind you, and he grabs onto your wrist just quite strongly. And he just says, don't forget, she's the enemy. And he slips a dagger into your hand. And he starts humming the song into your ear.
Nothing happens.
And he just like stares at you confused. He looks around. Just kind of like laughs awkwardly. Sorry, a little bit of stage fright. And he goes back and starts like humming it into your ear like a little bit louder.
I will just gritting my teeth. I'm not your puppet anymore. And I will try to rip my arm away from him.
You throw the dagger. Just kidding. Okay, so you like pull your arm forward, and are you holding on to the dagger, or are you just letting it fall?
I'm letting it fall.
Okay.
And I'm going, what I want to do is like in one motion, if I can, rip my arm away from him and kind of stand in front of the girl with like my arm outstretched basically in front of her. And I want to point my staff at him.
Okay.
A mighty
And
protector.
I'm gonna shout, I will not be your puppet anymore.
And he looks to the audience. He said some pretty strong words to these men. And he just glares at you.
He's now playing the role of the big bad. And he will be the one that I will strike down for all of you. Doesn't that sound a little more entertaining for everybody? Someone who actually towers above me? Make it a little more realistic. What do you say, everybody? And I'll kind of like raise my arms up to everybody.
Give me a performance check. I'll give you advantage.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
give you
fucking,
advantage.
yeah!
Yeah,
I
I'll give
fuck
you-
with that!
I'm gonna cheer. I'm gonna. Woo!
Take
Okay,
it
that's
off.
not one. That's not good.
Oh,
That's not good.
You have advantage. You have advantage.
I know,
instead.
thank God. That's a 19, baby!
Nice.
That's a fucking 19!
And like everybody starts like getting into it. Even the little girl's like, yeah. And she starts like prodding at Gellin in his big belly with her little wooden sword.
And I'm gonna narrate to everybody the scene. And I'm just, in front of me, while my friends lay behind me, I pointed my staff at him, the evildoer, the leader of the human traffickers that caused all this harm to our great and beloved city. And I looked at him dead in the eye and said, I will no longer be your puppet, and I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at 3rd level. Oh!
No.
This was like a little scene. I was like, you know, we'll just play out this cool little thing. It'll be a little staring match.
Do you not realize that this group is never going to fit within what you're trying to accomplish?
They wanted a show.
In
They're
front of the
getting one.
King's Guard.
They wanted a show.
Hey guys, we're chill. Why are you looking at us?
Ethan, can
Yep.
you private DM or GM roll the roll to hit, please?
Absolutely, I can. Let me
Give
just pull.
inspiration. Give inspiration.
I do have inspiration.
Just make sure it's private.
Yeah. I'm okay. Private GM roll. This is so it's a +2, correct?
You took
From
this so far.
Well, this is what you fucking get.
Yeah,
You
it is
fucking
what I
master of puppets. It's +2. Is that correct with the thing with the staff? +1.
Well,
It's a spell.
yeah, I know.
So +1 to attack rolls,
Yeah.
and if wielded by a goblin, +1.
no, it's only one. It's only one.
Okay, thank you.
The other stuff is one to hit.
Okay, so so you're aware, it is a +7.
There's no fucking way he's gonna miss. Okay, so
And I'm going to use my inspiration on that. I want to be as safe as I can.
Okay. Well,
Or can I not?
Let's. Well, this is what we're gonna do. I will allow you to use your inspiration, but it is actually a better cliffhanger if we just end it right there.
Okay, let's stand it right there.
End it
then.
right there. Why? You take things so fucking.
Yeah.